Welcome to the Steel Toe Morning Show. Bite my ass.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Steel Toe. Steel Toe, 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 Steel Toe. Been saying that for 9 years almost. 9 years in like 2.5 weeks, I'll have been saying Steel Toe, 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 Steel Toe. It's the last evening show of the week, and I'm a little tired.
I will end you.
What are you going to do? Welcome to the show. It is the Steel Toe Evening Show. What a wonderful... hold on. I'm dying.
No, that's
It's
fine.
okay.
Keep dying. It's okay.
It's all right.
I got sweat hair from outside.
I think I'm good. All right. It's the final evening show of the week. You guys have been remarkable. We've also been given some very good fortune as of late. And tonight you are going to knock this thing out no problem and do overtime. $80 away. That's it? $80? Yes.
Whoa.
We'll probably have, and then whatever we go over goes to Thursday. And then Friday is Rumble Friday.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the rest of the week. You know, once you get to the Wednesday evening show, you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And you go, we got Thursday morning, and then I got the rest of Thursday with nothing to do. And then you got Friday, you got rest of Friday with nothing to do. No work, no show, no nothing like that. So Wednesday is like hey, you know what? If we knock it out tonight, I think we're in good shape.
Green lights for the rest of the week.
Green lights for the rest of the week. So yes, Streamlabs, PayPal, and Rumble are the three best ways to do it. Steel Toe Media Inc. on Venmo. I shouldn't be so silly about Venmo. Steel Toe Media Inc. Venmo.
Oh my God.
There we are.
Angry with the outside weather.
Why? Do you look like shit?
Yes. I took the garbage down to the end of the driveway, and I'm just sweating. Now my hair is a mess.
This doesn't sound like a giant problem.
It's not sitting right.
I think your hair ultimately is going to be fine.
Okay.
You look great.
Thanks.
Mr. Tony Soprano says, I'm so tired of Stuttering John. Dude, why do you think we got out of that whole thing? It's just so phony. And like, as a broadcaster, like I was a Howard Stern and O&A guy. And as a broadcaster, you're authentic. You're your authentic self on the air. And there was just too much dog and pony, phony, fake horse shit. Like it reminded me of hack, like zoo shit. And I was like, I can't be associated with this anymore. It's just so stupid. You know, it's the worst. It's just... Because I'm here in radio jail, I'm here in broadcasting purgatory, and I realize that everyone who does this, we're all nobodies. And watching all these people think they're somebodies, I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing. Like, it just started to feel beneath me. And then, like, Stuttering John comes back and then starts destroying everyone, like, just starts fucking them up. I tried to watch one thing today, and I was like 30 seconds in. I'm like, I tried. I'm like, I'm fucking bored.
Do tell. What was it?
It was just Carl talking to John, and I'm like,
oh.
It's like watching Hulk Hogan wrestle Ric Flair, but when they were like 68 years old, and you're like, I've seen this a million times. Guys, change the channel. Let's move forward. Let's progress. Let's artistically, creatively, let's do something new. And then everyone just looks so old and everyone looks so beat up
I
and
do
worn
notice
out.
that.
And then I sit here and I do my show, and we're like this morning, we're laughing our balls off, and we're moving on. We're doing different things and topics and everything else. And I'm just like, I can't be associated with this nonsense. It just feels better to not be. And then you go and you check on it. It's like going back to high school. It was like going back to my old high school after graduating. You go, oh, God, I remember what that was like. Ooh, no, thank you.
No matter how good you thought it was back then, when you actually go back, so you're okay where you're at.
Mr. Tony Soprano, I appreciate that kind of that triggered that thought. So thank you very much for saying that. Carlos Cameo says the 10th anniversary show is going to be of biblical proportions. We should really get moving on that, I guess, when this 9th one is over. We'll get planning on the 10th one. There could be some more people involved in that 10th one, so we'll have to think big.
I agree.
What's his nut says, are you on Celsius again, Aaron? I think April and I talked about it before the show. It's really fake energy tonight. It's kind of, we're show energy, as they call it.
I had a sing-along with the kids in the car on the way back today, so I feel like a weird, stupid kid party energy, and I know it's going away soon.
Yes. Yeah. Freaky Deaky says, how is my sexy beast doing tonight? And how is April doing also?
I'm just fantastic.
It's nice of you to include her.
Yeah.
Mr. Tony Soprano says they are grasping to him, and it's kind of like he's in charge. That's the thing. Like everyone's like, oh, look at him. And it's like, he's had better careers than all of us. He seems to be a happy guy. Looks pretty chill. Looks younger than all of them. And it's just like, I'm watching people get owned by this guy they keep calling a buffoon. And it's just like, none of this tracks. None of this makes any sense. I'm watching nobodies talk about a guy who was like a focal point of my favorite radio show of all time. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't going the way you think it is, guys.
Well, anytime you make something or someone your focal point, they are in charge.
Right, exactly. It became that way with that Brendan Schaub subreddit. Because like now, okay, we get it. You guys hate Brendan Schaub. We get it. Brendan Schaub's a buffoon. And it's kind of like I'm talking about with the Stuttering John stuff. It's like, all right, what's next? Change the channel. Like, we get it. Brendan Schaub's an idiot. Brendan Schaub's silly. Brendan Schaub says wacky, silly things and mispronounces words. What else are you doing? Tell me what else you're doing. Please.
What is up?
Kmart Ready says you're so much better than all of them. I know that hurts your soul, Kmart Ready, but it's true. I mean, the quality of shows are not comparable. Boomer Blood Sports is boring, says Matthew Jenkins. Yeah, and I don't want to hurt Kmart Ready's feelings. I know he's probably still kind of in that world, but it's like, I ain't asking you to pick one, brother. I'm just asking you to, see what's out there. Happy Plague Doctor says, sort of like drunk Gino crashing compound censored today. I swear to God, he'd interrupt Mozart to sing karaoke.
Oh, man.
All right, am I the only one who would find it funny one time for someone to interrupt Mozart to sing karaoke?
A little bit.
I would play that audio on the show, and I would make fun of it and enjoy it and laugh
I bet it would be you.
No, I want to see like the rape victim from SVU last night do it. Like a drunk, annoying white bitch.
That blonde girl?
Yeah, that died of a staph infection or whatever.
MRSA.
Yeah. MRSA, that's what it was, MRSA. I want to see her interrupt Mozart to do karaoke. That would actually be kind of funny. But, okay, that's a great point. What if that person then went out and did that every time Mozart did anything? They ran out and they sang karaoke.
That's like their bit.
Right. You'd be like, all right, do a new thing. Go do something else. Yeah, exactly, Roots Calhoun. I got exhausted with that Brendan Schaub thing because it was always the same shit. They were like, oh, it's Brendan Schaub said Bruce Springsteen twice. Okay.
Brendan Schaub's got a hot wife and he's got a lot of money. I think he's fine.
Yeah, I think Brendan, that's the other thing about Brendan Schaub. You can make fun of him, but you can't make your life like destroying him. Like that subreddit's like, we're going to destroy Brendan. Probably not. He's fine. He's got his fans. He's got his money. He's got a wife and family and a show.
Hot wife.
And all that. So Brendan Schaub is, he's doing all right. He's buffoonish. He's silly, but don't get so invested in these people that you're like invested in the outcome. Because I got bad news for you. If you're on the internet and you're invested in the outcome of something being destroyed, you're always going to be disappointed because The only people who can destroy these people is themselves. Same with us, same with everybody. Nobody's going to like flatten them and crush them, because for everyone who thinks it was great that person crushed Brendan Schaub, there's another guy who thinks that guy's an idiot and likes Brendan Schaub. Mm-hmm. So Brendan Schaub's the only one who can destroy himself, and pretty much everybody on the internet. That's it. Somebody did say, what was it? Lord have MRSA. Am I right?
Oh, God.
Ugh, thank you,
The
Kip
Lord
Smith.
did not have MRSA on her.
I appreciate that, Kip. Gino calls in, and all you hear is sirens, sums up the state of New York City. I did think that the Gino call in today was great, not because of anything Gino said, but just because it was nothing but just sirens and mayhem and chaos. It was just the shit that is New York City. Oh, he's just, it had nothing to do with him. It was just the general shittiness
The call
of
was
New
good.
York City. Lord Deathspit says, I'm actually over the roast podcast genre in general. If you're into the blood sports thing, the dissident right-wing guys are more aggressive than the dabble stuff. That's true. Like, you could go into, like, Ethan Ralph and Nick Fuentes and those guys. I mean, if you really want to watch people lose their fucking minds at each other.
Ben Shapiro?
Well, he doesn't really do blood sports. He's more of a news talk kind
He'll
of a
get
guy.
there. He's burning Barbies.
Maybe, yeah, it's true. He is setting Barbies on fire. Look out for old Benny. He's fucking crazy. That guy will come to your house and set your dolls on fire.
What a weirdo.
Look out. Hey, Ben, I think that the marginal tax rate should be 39%. Oh, yeah? Well, let me set your Barbie on fire. Well, that's what I think of woke people. So, okay, we got it. Let's lose our fucking mind about a Barbie movie. You know, I love that. See, like with me, there are no rules because I don't think anything's redeemable, so I can feel however I want to feel about anything. But Ben has this narrative of like, we're going to fight back against the conservatives and all of this stuff matters. And here we go. And we're fighting for the soul of America. But then you take your time to burn the Barbies. Like if I burn a Barbie, it still looks gay, but you're also like, oh, well, that guy's a buffoon. Like he does dumb shit and he does a funny, silly, stupid show.
I don't think people would see it as funny.
But what I'm saying is if Ben Shapiro is sitting there talking about the culture's in crisis and the country needs saving, and he's setting Barbies on fire, it's like, okay, well, then you're choosing to fight and die on the Barbie hill while telling everyone that you're the sensible, logic and facts, don't care about your feelings reason guy. It just seems really out of place.
The culture is, in fact, in trouble and a problem right now. But coming from a guy that's burning dolls, I think is in the right spot.
Yo P says, Schaub is starting to get in financial trouble. I don't think so. I mean, what? His company is cutting back? I got news for you. Everybody's company is cutting back. Everybody. There is no company that is out there growing right now, especially in the podcast sector. They're all kind of, hoarding the eggs and, keeping the ones that are still good and throwing out the rotten ones and kind of circling the wagons at this point. You don't see like the Daily Wire or any of these places making big splashy acquisitions right now. ESPN acquired Pat McAfee, and then now they're trying to just sell everything else they own. Yeah, to afford that. So I don't know. I think Yo P says he can't sell any tickets on his comedy tour. He canceled all his gigs. He only gets 40,000 views on the podcast now. Okay. I get between Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, and all that, I probably do anywhere from 7,000 to 10,000 views on a show. And we can keep this thing on the air.
Yeah.
He's doing 4 times that. I'm sure he's okay. I'm sure he's doing fine.
I do get what he's saying, though. His whole tour is falling apart. Comedy was a big part of what he did.
I got news for you.
That sucks.
In general, comedy's dead. Comedy's dying. And not dying forever, but it's going through that. Comedy goes like up and down, up and down, up and down. Before COVID, it was spiking again. Comedy was fucking crazy. You could book a comedy gig anywhere. People just wanted to watch comedy. Now, you got to be a name. You got to be a somebody.
I'd like to go see Chappelle, but after last night, you scared the shit out of me saying that, it's going to be like $2,000 a ticket. I'm like, there's no way.
If you can't get the first run of tickets, the second market will be.
I don't know when they go for sale.
It's Aaron. April, and Johnny carry the show. April and Johnny carry the show. Yes, Roots, of course. How dare I? Thank you for checking me on that. That's very crucial. Yo P says $500K to $40K. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody, it goes like this, peaks and valleys. And if he stays at $40K, he'll make a living at this. He'll be fine. My point is, don't get invested in people's downfalls. If you don't like something, that's not liking something is an opportunity you now have to replace it with something you enjoy.
I don't like Rob Thomas, but I don't focus on his numbers.
I can't. I mean, I certainly
His
can't go with you.
sales.
I can't. Right, exactly. If I hate an actor or an actress, I'm like, yeah, I hope their next fucking movie bombs at the box office. I hope their children can't afford their school or their food. It's like, I
would never say that.
I don't care. Like, it's just, Brendan Schaub is not something that interests me, but I don't want him to fail or go broke or anything else. I guess I'm talking to the internet as a well-adjusted adult, and that's a problem.
Maybe his wife's OnlyFans will make up for it.
Does she have an OnlyFans?
I have no idea, but she posts on Instagram like she sure does.
God damn, I didn't know this.
I mean, pretty seductive.
Black Malice with $10 getting us started over on Rumble tonight says ROTC, Steel Toe, Critical Drinker. Oh, I like that guy. Mauler and Nerdrotic are my cannot miss. Calm down. You're not 2. This is not in order. Oh, well, fuck you. I was really happy with being 2. God, you could have just lied to me and told me it was...
He said calm down.
No, because he wants me to calm down like, oh, are you mad that you're 2nd? Or is he saying like, calm down, don't get too excited about the fact that you're 2nd?
Well, now I don't know because you've blown it up.
I don't know. Lie to me and tell me I'm in 2nd.
Spot.
Yeah.
Lie to me and tell me I'm pretty.
Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm the sloppy seconds right after Royce and Mersch.
Tell me I'm your pretty girl.
Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you very much for that. 70 away from tonight's goal. There's the PayPal, Venmo, and Streamlabs. Aaron, weren't you wearing that shirt this morning?
Uh-oh.
What of it? Why is that
getting so loud?
I don't know.
Suddenly.
But yes, I was wearing this shirt this morning.
I wasn't.
I'm being far too defensive.
Swimsuit on.
David Denominici says stand-up comedy's going through its modern jazz phase. I like that.
That's fun.
Root says Smooth is an eternal classic. Not as good as Bent, but I like it.
Bent is even worse.
God, wait till Rumble Friday.
I really do not like those.
Wait till Rumble Friday, huh? Rincewind says comedy dies a slow death on this channel every night. Am I right? Fucking A. Thank you, Rince.
You know we're sorry, but I'm glad you're here to watch it happen.
Johnny 1.0 says good evening, gay F words. Hello. Aaron looking buff tonight. Thank you, Johnny. No homo. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Look at that. You didn't even work out today. Looking good.
I mean, thanks for breaking down the wall, but I appreciate it.
You had to lift that dick around.
I did. That's right. That's why I look so buff. I was lifting around that dick.
Some big hog.
Some big old dick. Then I gave it back to the person who owns it. JJ Dewey says, did you hear about the crane falling in NYC? Oh, we will be getting to the crane falling in NYC.
It's a fun one.
Someone says that the boss's show today with Gavin was very good, and then Gino came in drunk and ruined it. Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Kids, so I missed it today. I'll catch up tomorrow.
Fuck that. I will.
Or right now.
I will see for myself if Gino ruined it. I have a hard time believing that the wonderful and talented Gino Bisconti ruined that program. Let's see. Where is...
Go back to Kumia's
On
page.
demand. Compound censored. All right, let's see when Gino comes in. We'll take a look. All right.
Pregnant. Yeah. That's awesome.
All right.
So at this point, I hate to think that.
Interesting show.
Our job a lot
Too short.
Fun show where ads go to die.
Yeah.
All right, so they're an hour and 40 in.
By the way,
oh boy.
There he is.
Oh boy.
I love Gavin's general look, by the way. I like his mustache.
Oh boy, he's fucked up. And he's got a bottle. He's barehanding a bottle of whiskey.
He's just coming back from Sullivan's.
Oh no. So we're an hour and a half in. So you got an hour and a half of Gavin and Anthony. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Made it about halfway through the show. Let's see how Gino comes in here. I'll be the judge as to whether or not this ruined the show or not.
it's the ball to the fucking 30-yard line. I hate those movies that it's a black female pitcher. It was some kids movie. Remember that? It was like a couple years ago. And her trick was a knuckleball. Oh, okay. What's it coming in at? 50 miles an hour? A drag your knuckleball?
Gavin, oh God, drag your knuckleball. Yeah, I stepped all over the joke. That was good. But I love that Gavin's like, I'd fucking crush that 12-year-old black girl pitcher. Fuck you with your knuckleball. I'll kick the shit out of that pitch.
But I've heard the
Gino?
argument that we
He's
don't
coming.
want this happening because we know that men cannot compete with women in sports because they're better than us is the angle.
Yeah.
And they bring up the Mike Tyson and drag tennis sisters. I forget their names.
Venus and Serena, of course.
Oh my God.
Venus and Serena.
Venus and Serena. They go,
right.
no man can beat Venus and Serena. Dude, high school amateurs have destroyed Venus and Serena.
Right, who was that one guy who beat him in straight sets on the same day? Wasn't he like the 400th ranked tennis player in the world?
Something like that.
And he said he smoked and drank the night before just to make it fair. He still beat him in straight sets.
They're not good when it comes to playing.
I got to find Gino here.
here.
Hey guys,
You would-
Oh
I didn't
my
get a chance to
God.
do a show with you guys, and I know how much you love when I'm on there.
Gavin is not happy. Gavin is not happy
Well,
about this.
I remember when Anthony was off for like a couple weeks. He was sick or something.
Yeah.
He didn't come in. Gavin came in at the end of Gino's show and joined him for Pet of the Day, and he walked off it. He was not
didn't
having
he didn't
it.
like Pet of the
No.
Day?
I don't know if he has like I don't think he has a problem with Gino, but he did not like it.
I don't think he's entertained by Gino the way
No.
Anthony is. I think Gavin finds Gino to be kind of obnoxious.
Yeah.
Whereas Anthony legitimately gets a kick out of Gino Bisconti. He kind of sees him as the Leo DiCaprio to his Johnny Depp in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, what are
You know what this
are
means?
you
Is this a
guys-
puppet?
Guys, what are you,
Hold on.
are you guys doing a show?
If you listen closely enough, you can hear subscribers yelling, "Not on Wednesday. Not on our
on my
Wednesday."
watch.
Wednesdays are
Gavin and
great.
Anthony.
Can we go to the Reddit thread live?
Oh, I'm sure they'd love it. It's
You know, in
like
Cuba.
Hey, this is great. Were you doing a show?
it's okay. We weren't even talking about anything.
No, I just go. Is it like live?
We didn't do
In
80
Cuba,
topics
touche means
He's standing in front of the fucking camera.
What a retard.
God damn it.
Gino.
touche. It means good point.
Yeah. By the way, your chick looked really cute in her Barbie outfit.
Oh,
With the blonde wig.
He's so drunk. He has that 1,000-yard drunk
He
stare.
doesn't.
Go back to where he's looking at
He's so
Anthony.
red.
Cuba,
topics
touche means touche. It
Go
means
back
good
to
point.
where
Yeah.
It's
he's
coming.
looking at
By the way,
Anthony.
your chick looked really cute in her
Right
Barbie
there.
outfit.
That is that 1,000-yard drunkard stare. He's not looking at Anthony. He's looking through Anthony.
His face is about as red as his shirt, too.
Oh my.
Oh, we're
The
in
blonde
trouble.
wig. Did you fuck her?
no. We talked about it on air. I tried to. We were laughing about this because I was completely sober.
Oh no.
Wait, there was laughter on your show?
No.
Laughing at him.
Gavin like that.
Are we done?
all do that.
Are we done?
No.
How about now? So we talked about it on morning. She's wearing the wig.
Oh my God. So no one heard it.
Oh, it's his own network. It's his own network.
Anthony, no.
Do you need, I mean, Ant, do you need a morning show that people will watch? I mean,
That's rich.
holla at your boy. I mean, we're sitting right here.
Oh, it was on morning? Well, nobody heard it then.
Funnier Bill. Funnier, better looking Joanne. I mean,
Hey.
look, funnier Bill. They call me the king of clearing low bars, but still, you know,
Pure sex appeal right here.
sexier than Bill. I mean, guys don't want to fuck me as much as they do Bill, but I mean, that's more of a dominance thing. They want to shut him up and dick and the. But anyway, okay. Well, I can see how maybe if you were enjoying Anthony and Gavin, Gino coming in and hey everybody, how's it going? You want to drink some whiskey and
Did that really ruin the show, though? I'm sure the show still came back, right? There's plenty to finish up with.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where if you were looking for the thing that Anthony and Gavin do, which is what everyone watching
know.
was doing,
Ugh.
that is going to ruin the show for
Wednesdays are 100% my favorite.
you. They're both very good.
They're great.
Kmart Ready says, I'll only give you how far we've come. Everything else Matchbox 20 does blows.
Oh my God.
thought
Even
about-
that is not good.
That song's not bad. I like Real World, too. I like 3 a.m.
Oh,
like the hits.
God.
Roots Calhoun said, oh, that wasn't about Gino. I just want to get the Gino stuff out of the way. A few Clam Radio references. Kumia and Gavin had a 6-minute conversation speculating how Gino can afford to live.
Oh, God.
Well-
See, I have to get caught up on this tomorrow.
I think Gino
to.
makes like $3,000 a month from his Patreon. and then probably $4,000 or so a month from Kumia.
It's not so bad.
And he's got no kids, so he probably makes another.
Yeah, he's got a
few
cat.
Few $1,000s from comedy. Probably makes about 80 to 90 grand a year, living by himself in New York with no kids.
Not bad.
Then you throw Keanu in there with the stuff she does.
A dual income household.
Yeah, I'm
right?
sure they're doing fine.
Do they live together? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Tim with $4.99 says, love Compound Media. Can't wait till you're on it full time. Just kidding. I know you're going to radio. Everyone's got their theory.
Whoa.
I hope we don't let people down with what the announcement is. I really don't. You
Turns
guys
out
all have.
Aaron's just pregnant.
Yeah, it could just be that. I don't know how that cuts the gold down. That might knock it. I don't know.
Sell it, obviously.
But, yeah, you sell the child.
You sell
of
the
course.
child. He's a prodigy.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. I can see where that would bother people who were there to watch their other show. Drag your knuckles ball is a very good joke, Kane J. You're absolutely right.
I did like it.
Zen Rhino says, Gavin doesn't like anything because he's a pretentious asshole. He's a poser punk. Never forget he's the reason Vice is a thing. Yeah, but he was trying to take Vice in a different, goofier direction, and then they bought him out and said, get the fuck out of here, you weirdo. So I don't think Vice is his fault. I think him leaving is the reason Vice became what it was. Yo P says, Gino is going to cause an incident and get kicked out of Minnesota. I don't know.
Geez, if Aaron can't get kicked out of Minnesota, I don't think Gino will.
Look, man, Gino is a fucking good time. I don't care what anyone said. Yeah,
God,
Gino's a good
golfing's
time.
going to be so weird with those two. It's going to get weird out there.
Go Fuck Yourself says, Gino is like fentanyl. Take him in very small doses if you can't avoid him. Don't hide him in your Coke, just like fentanyl.
Babe, did you get that name yet? The Go Fuck Yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank God.
Gino is the Rickroll of podcasting. There's one person. Yo P says they live together. See, I'm friends with the guy. I don't even know his fucking situation.
That's even extra help. One apartment, 2 incomes towards it. You're good.
Buddy Travis says Aaron and his list of Matchbox 20 songs sounds like a drunk girl's jukebox list.
You know, like I'm thinking like you're that girl who gets dumped and you sit there with a box of wine.
Let's see how far we've come.
Right.
Let's see how far we've...
You have your box wine and you're crying.
I believe the world is burning to the ground. Kmart Ready says Gino's going to bring fireworks like Great White did. Oh, no, I hope not, Kmart Ready, because then we'll all die. Get it? Beluzier becoming a member for his 14th month. Says, give me attention. I finished planting food plots today. Hey.
Something I've been dragging ass on for years now.
Congratulations. Now you're ready for the impending apocalypse. Attaboy.
You don't know what a food plot is?
Isn't that where the hunting thing?
So what does that mean?
That's
you're ready for the
deer.
apocalypse?
Oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking like those food, like the food, they're not crates, but like the big food survival packs.
Yeah, he planted those.
When you said, do you know what a food plot is? It hit me what a food plot was. Like, oh shit, I know what a food plot is. I was thinking he had like a survivalist. Don't listen to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Black Malice with $2 over on Rumble says, Aaron shows nipple, then you're at least number 3. I'm not going to buy your love because it would only be temporary.
He has shown his nipples before.
Midland Armory says, I love his douche shirt. Yeah.
Yours?
No, Gino's.
Oh.
Dub with $2 says 07. 07 indeed, Dub. Thank you very much, buddy. 70 away.
Thank you.
From knocking it out this evening. Bishop says the guy that died at Obama's house drowned in 4 feet of water. That whole thing is really fucky.
That doesn't happen. Unless he had like a serious medical event where he died and then fell off the board.
Right.
There's no way he had a 4-foot chef working for him. That guy could have stood up.
That would be funny, though.
You know what I mean?
You got to help him. You're like, Barack, can you come in here? Why? I gotta grab the spice rack. Barack's got to grab him by the waist and just kind of give him the old oopsie daisy. Lift him up so he can reach all the stuff in the kitchen. If you have a 4-foot chef, why don't you make the thing accessible for the little fella?
I always wondered that. If you're a little person, like, do you have...
Little person is offensive. I think it's midget is what we say now. But go ahead.
No, I think it's little person.
I think it's creepy little sausage-fingered animal. I believe is what we say. But go ahead, use your offensive rhetoric.
Okay, midgets. If you're a midget, do you have like a specialty you made house, like where everything's short?
Like
Or
a
do you
little
just-
cottage thing?
Right, or do you get stools?
You're saying, do
I
they
don't know.
make midget houses much like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Where they
Well,
lived in a
picture the
cottage?
kitchen. Like, you can't even get up to the counter to cut things, like chop and stuff. Do you get stools or do you get lower counter?
And if they have stools, how many people throughout the year, how many midget deaths are attributed to falling backwards off of kitchen
Off of
stools and hitting your head and
right?
bleeding out on the tile floor?
I think we should be making midget homes.
I'm guessing that.
Can we shop for one? Does it exist?
Well, I don't want to, end up with a bad back. Johnny 1.0 says he was a chef. I'm pretty sure he had pretty much every drug and booze in his system. Some people were saying that it may have been the old S word. He might have done it to himself. But there's better ways to do that than just drowning in 4 feet of water.
No, why do you need to do that if you're getting... You got a pretty gravy gig there.
Pun
gravy,
intended.
right? Yeah. But why would you...
Real job of milk and honey. Right?
You're the worst.
Where's the beef?
No.
I tell you what, when it came time to swim, he sure was chicken. You see, he was a chef. If his family finds the Obamas liable, he would be a sous chef. You see, could they file a lawsuit
You're disgusting.
against the Obamas? Well,
Why would you need to off yourself, though, when you have such a good job?
Is
You're
that a good job?
Yes, it is. You're a private chef.
I suppose
It's a great job.
They live in little mounds built into the ground, says Kraken Slappin'. Yeah, I think midgets...
Like built into the hillside?
Yeah, I think we've relocated all midgets to dug-in earthen cabins.
God, that sounds
somewhere.
fun.
Yeah. It kind of like the one that was in... remember when they come to that earthen cabin in True Grit?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of... We just put midgets there. The one where they come in and they say... Who's in there?
A Methodist and the son of a bitch!
That's how midgets answer
I like
the door.
how angrily they say that.
I know. He was really, he was on edge, that guy. See No Evil with a $5 super chat says it does not take a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men.
Whoa.
Thank you, See No Evil. I'm sure we'll all get that. We'll understand it. We'll run with it.
Thank
and
you.
we will we'll light the fires of liberty. I'm
like
just
it.
kidding. We'll probably eat. Yo P says, April, why don't you raid the Shire and steal their homes? What are they going to do about it? Bite your ankles?
Right? Those guys don't even have shoes.
You could be like Jane Goodall, except with chimps. You could go live amongst the midgets.
They're people too.
But you could go live amongst them and report back to us on what they're like.
Yeah, but then my back would hurt. I don't want to do that.
Okay. Plus, you got to worry, with midgets, I hear they're rampantly over-sexual.
They're very horny.
And they may just run under you and just poke your vagina with their sausage fingers.
Yeah, but at worst, they just hump my ankle, right?
Yeah, I hear they're hypersexual, and you have to really... what I've heard, and I don't know if this is a fact or not, you have to take a spray bottle, and you have to just psh, 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 and say, bad, that's bad.
Mini-me, no humping.
Yeah, I think that's either them or golden retrievers. I can't remember.
If he was still alive, would you let Vern Troyer hump your leg for the giggles?
You know what bummed me out about that? I forgot Vern Troyer was dead until
Yeah,
you said that.
I'm sorry.
Rupert with $4.99 says they prefer dwarves and they live under mountains and they don't enjoy elves. Okay, thank you. They're helping us be politically incorrect because
Wow.
our ignorance from time to time could lead us to offend people.
No,
and I certainly don't want
He's right.
that.
They actually live in the mines of Moria. That's where they're at.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Rincewind with $5 says, guys, is the new super secret gig going to involve a paywall of some kind or a subscription outside of what you're already doing? Do we answer that or does that narrow it down too much?
I think we don't answer it.
I can't answer that at this point in time. I can say that we're $60 away from tonight's goal, and thank you very much for contributing to our program, everybody.
Thanks.
That was a
Thank you.
fun little run you just went on. Earlier, I tried watching your old shows. No offense, still great, says 1-2 Skip to my Lou. It just doesn't hit the same as a live one. I don't know what it is. Well, I can tell you right away what it probably is.
I can too.
It's old content.
No, it's not that. I think the old content can still be very funny.
I meant the news and the topics might be a little older and we're not on live.
I think people like interacting live, like they know that we're about to read something they said or interact with them.
Maybe. Cooter Soup Instructions. I love that name. He's a member. Everybody become a member. It's really cool to see that green shit by your name, and it helps us out. He says, no, like yesterday's show, not old. Oh.
Yeah, I think people enjoy knowing that we're right here with you.
Yeah. Cooter Soup Instruction says, gotta love getting finger popped by a midge with digits like tree frogs. I think that's what really terrifies me the most.
Yeah, dude, would that be kind of like lopping off like my top knuckle up so it's just here?
It'd be a real plug like.
Plug?
Yeah.
Okay. Like Lena.
Different plug.
Oh.
That's a more aggressive form of plug.
The butt-natured ones?
Riding Dirty Llama says, did she give up the ass to that Jason Love guy? Oh, that poor sphincter. Did she give up the butthole?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, God.
Would you like me to do that for show prep?
Give up the butthole or watch the video?
Both.
I'll take it. You look up the video while you're giving up the butthole.
Lena
plug
plus Love.
Riding Dirty Llama says, short people problems. You tallies wouldn't understand. That sounds racist. I'm 5'5", so that house was super cute, and I could have gotten used to it quickly.
I'm 5'6".
Oh, he says he's been in an estate sale where the home was made for smaller people, like 4'5".
Is that weird if you're a normal person? Like if you go visit a midget, like at their home and everything's like half the height it should be. Like, is that weird? I assume.
Yeah.
But how do you keep some decorum about yourself without giggling? I'd laugh.
It's kind of
not
like,
to be mean. It's just silly.
Remember when Hulk Hogan tried to do the Tea Party in what was the movie, Mr. Nanny?
Yeah, I remember.
And it just the cup was so small in his hands, and he would crush it with his fingers. I imagine it's a lot like that. Being in a midget's house is like being Hulk Hogan at the Tea Party in Mr. Nanny. There's a good reference. All right, boys and girls, why don't we get to some topics, huh? Fun hanging out with you. Hello, Rumble.
Yes.
Hello, YouTube.
My throat's having problems.
Wonderful as usual. Almost 300 people at a time on the evening shows. We love that. Let's get some sad news out of the way. Sinead O'Connor died today. 56 years old. April did not know who Sinead O'Connor was.
See, now that's a problem. Like, she's young. But other than that, like, is it really?
Well, you were born in 94, right?
Yes.
Sinead O'Connor's run was pretty much over by then.
Dude, a lot of people's were, and I've heard of a lot of people's runs.
Yeah, but
as is, you know what I mean?
Sinead O'Connor was one of those people who had like one hit, and her one hit was written by Prince. And if you listen to Prince's version of the song he wrote for her, his version is still better than hers. But
that's not hard to imagine.
It was Nothing Compares to You. That was her big song, and it was massive. She was more well known for going on Saturday Night Live. And while there was a scandal about child abuse in the Catholic Church, yeah, that one goes back a while. SNL was going, hey, don't say anything about the Pope. She said she wanted to do a protest song about the Catholic Church and child abuse. And it was to Bob Marley's song, War. And she changed the words. I think the song was War, yeah. And she said child abuse, yeah. And she was criticizing the Catholic Church. What SNL did not know, and this is like 1992, I think. What SNL did not know is that she had brought out on stage with her a picture of Pope John Paul II and ripped it on live television. And people went fucking insane. They lost their mind. Oh, my God. There had to be apologies. It was the first thing on TV that I remember because I was like 5 or 6. It's one of the first things I remember about TV, hearing adults talking about it and going, yeah, they've deleted all the footage. You couldn't even see the Sinead O'Connor ripping the Pope in half picture until like very recently when people would release like old originals of stuff. Because NBC deleted every trace of it.
Well, what is the big deal? I mean, if Kathy Griffin can hold up a severed head of Donald Trump, why can't she rip a Pope picture?
But it's important. That was 2017.
Okay.
This was 1992. People barely had cable in 1992.
I guess that is a severely different time.
Yeah. Almost a better time.
Yeah. Oh, God. That's one of my favorite things to think about when I'm mowing lawn sometimes, which I haven't had to do this summer apparently because it's a desert. But it's like, wow, were we just in the wrong time? Was there a better time to be alive? you know?
Right.
And I really think there probably was, but you can't do anything about it.
Most of our audience would say the 50s. Sinead O'Connor rips Pope. I want to see if we have a... Yeah, here it is.
We have confidence in the victory of good.
Now, if she grew her hair out, would she be kind of hot?
I don't know.
It's hard to tell, right?
It's really hard to tell. She looks kind of boyish right now.
Some people thought she was kind of cute with the bald head back in the 90s.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's whatever.
She cut her hair. She shaved the head on purpose, she said, because she didn't want to get by on her looks. And she wanted to be, her gimmick was, I'm a singer and I want people to see me for my singing. She didn't dress slutty. She always covered up a lot and she shaved the head. She was,
should I do that too?
She was a weird duck. She's dead at 56 because she was kind of mental.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, she clearly didn't do something right.
Yeah, she had mental problems, big time. But this drove everybody, if they play this clip long enough, I'm worried because it's only 28 seconds, you can hear audible gasps in the crowd when she does it.
Victory of good over evil. Fight the real enemy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind you, there is a full packed house in there, a live audience of people. And you even heard a guy right when she did it go, oh.
Yeah, that's remarkably uncomfortable. I actually don't like the Pope. I don't like the position he holds, even without the butt stuff. I think, like, if you're religious at all, you're not supposed to hold any, like, earthly idols. And to me, he is one. To so many Catholics, and I don't like it.
You Lutherans always butthurt over that damn Pope. Would you get over it and just come back into real Christianity where you belong? God.
Doesn't he make tons of money, too?
Well,
that seems like
I don't think he makes tons of money. I think the church has tons of money, and he
has it.
Yeah. So
there's something screwed up about the position of a pope in religion.
God, you Lutherans and your thing, you don't like that there's a pope.
That's not the response you gave me the first time I told you that.
I know, I'm doing a thing. Like Target has a CEO.
That's not religion. God damn it.
Well, I mean, have you seen their prices? Some people would say
there's nothing religious about Target at all. In fact, I'd say it's closer to hell than anything.
I would say that the Pope is simply, he is, this is hard for me because I hate the position of a Pope too. But the Pope is the CEO of the Catholic Church. Somebody's got to be there to maintain order and, you know, make sure.
So I think that what Joel Osteen and the likes of him are doing is fine too, right?
If there was no Pope, who would have called the Crusades? Exactly. We needed to fight back against the Muslims. They were taking all our territory. We had to fuck them up. They were fucking raiding Rome and shit.
Keep defending your boy.
The Crusades were right. We did the right thing.
No.
Because the Muslims kept in, like, for hundreds of years.
I'm not talking about
this.
this.
For 300 years, they invaded Christian lands, and we finally gave them a fucking dick kicking and sent them back to fucking Palestine where they belong.
Jeez.
Sorry. We should have finished the
Was
job.
that personal for you?
Could Europe have just united for a little bit longer? Could we have gathered with the Byzantine Empire? We fucked that up. We attacked them during the First Crusade. But I want to. I want you to listen to the guy when she rips the picture of the Pope. I want you to listen to the guy go, "Oh, he's my favorite."
Evil.
That guy right there goes, "Oh."
Fight the real enemy.
Woo.
She's intense. Now what?
Everybody's just staring. I have never in television history heard that silent of a moment in a full crowd.
I need help with something here. Look, I know SNL is different now, but back then it was still supposed to be funny.
Dude,
How do you recover from this?
There was no politics on SNL. They made fun of everybody. This was like Dana Carvey, Mike Myers, Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, Dennis Miller. I mean, this was the big, some would argue the greatest cast in history, in SNL's history.
Yes, babe. I'm trying to say, how do you recover and try to be funny after what she just did?
I think it was either that night or it was the next week that Lorne Michaels himself went out on TV and made a statement about the Sinead O'Connor thing.
I don't like her name. It bothers me.
She's Irish.
It's not the O'Connor part that bothers me. I don't like Sinead, whatever that is.
Sinead O'Connor. Now, did she apologize?
Stop apologizing for everything. If you don't like the Pope, you don't like the Pope.
She didn't apologize.
There was a reason to not like the Pope, by the way. Like, I mean, there's nothing to really apologize for there.
I want to see if there was on how he runs Saturday Night Live. I thought there was a Lorne Michaels appearance on SNL where he did apologize for the ripping of the Pope thing. I could be wrong. Let me guess, she was a raging feminist, somebody says in the chat. She looks
like one.
She was a raging everything. She had real problems, mental problems, and I don't think they clearly never got checked because she is gone now. But she was always kind of a troubled soul. She always had, a little bit too much dinging around upstairs.
Well, what's she been doing all these years?
I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. Kenneth Pogue says apparently she was a raging cunt. What gave that away?
I would say, like, if you're a woman and you make a point of, like, shaving your head instead of just doing it quietly, there's something wrong with you.
Pesci, De Niro, Pope photo. I want to see if we have this. Joe Pesci's monologue. Oh, yeah, the following week on Saturday Night Live. This was Joe Pesci.
Gentlemen, Joe Pesci.
By the way, what movie was he promoting?
Was it Casino?
I almost positive it was either Casino or one of the Home Alone movies that he was promoting.
He looks good back then.
He's such a little guy, like wearing a big boy suit.
Maybe he has a little house.
Yeah, he probably has one of those midget houses.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here hosting Saturday Night Live. It's great for a couple of reasons. First, I have a new movie, The Public Eye, which opens next Friday. Second, it's Columbus Day. And that's important to me because I'm Italian. But before we start the show, there's a little matter I want to clear up.
Wasn't it nice? I just thought of something, like going back to 92, 93. Isn't it nice that you mentioned Columbus Day back then and nobody went, oh, no, he said Columbus Day. Is it okay? Are we going to make somebody upset by saying Columbus Day? Are Native Americans going to be mad? What do we do?
Do people do that?
Oh, yeah. Columbus Day's a biggie. They don't. A lot of white people don't like Columbus Day because it's mean to the Native Americans.
I probably forget when Columbus Day is.
So do Native Americans. They're busy dealing blackjack. They don't give a fuck about Columbus
That's exactly the thing. Like, it's okay. Forget it.
There was an incident on the show last week. Sinead O'Connor tore up a picture of the Pope, and I thought that was wrong. So I asked somebody to paste it back together. Shall we have that picture? There.
Hey, literally. They taped up the picture of the fucking Pope.
See, if I were him, I wouldn't have even addressed that. I wouldn't have even brought it up.
I don't know. Like I said, I was very young, so I don't know like the specifics or the ins and outs. And you got to remember,
I wasn't even there.
there was no 24-hour news channels. There was no social media. So like people hung on to that. Like that was a news story the whole week. It wasn't like 24 hours. Everyone beats the shit out of it, gets their cute little hot takes out there, and then it's done.
I get it, but it had nothing to do with him. And he's trying to promote his new movie and stuff and try to do a fun show. Saturday Night Live was still fun back then. Yeah. I feel like we can just drop the Pope thing.
He's Italian. Get it? Somebody's got to say something.
I'm real big on like keeping topics out of topics that it isn't part of.
Loaded Wrench says he's Italian, so the Pope is basically his dad. I mean, that's a good point. The Pope is pretty much his dad.
Hopefully his dad didn't touch his bum.
Yeah, I hope his dad didn't, fuck him in the mouth or the ass. That would be humiliating for everybody involved. So Sinead O'Connor, dead at the age of 56.
Why?
I think for most people, probably more known for the Pope ripping thing and being bald than for the song Nothing Compares to You. Just my opinion.
I haven't heard yet. Why is she dead at 56?
We don't know yet, but I'm thinking.
That's a pretty young age.
She was tweeting goofy shit a few days ago, like dark shit. And, they're kind of looking back now, and they're like, yeah, we should have saw it coming. She wasn't doing so hot. Matt Field says, oh, no, people were pissed at her. That stunt basically ended her career in music. Yeah, she was done after that. That was it. Back then, that shit ruined you.
I wonder why. That's the thing. Like, I can't picture moving on with that episode of Saturday Night Live after doing that. I don't know how she pulled that off. While I don't like the Pope, I still wouldn't go rip up a picture of a Pope somewhere.
She had
you know what I mean?
Fucking balls.
No thanks.
Crack and Slap, and you said what happened. He says, my guess, she stopped breathing. Just a guess.
Thanks.
That's true. She did forget.
Thank you, buddy.
Schizo people don't have a long life expectancy, says No Pen 15 Fathead. Yeah,
Was she schizo?
She had some mental problems, that's for sure. $60 away from tonight's goal. Really small one tonight. Thank you very much. If you'd like to contribute, there's all the links in the chat. Let's knock that out early and do a half hour of overtime today. Oh, I love that the Rumble numbers keep going up every day. Thank you guys very much. The White House Grandpa people.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We've had like 100 new followers on Rumble.
Thanks, guys.
Because of that guy. Thank you,
God
White House
bless
Grandpa.
you.
I don't want to say God bless you because they get mad when I say God.
I feel like you burst into flames when you say
yeah,
God.
I feel like their souls start to tingle a little bit.
Have you been baptized or confirmed?
Yes, both.
Oh, I was just saying we could do it live and see what they think.
Baptized and confirmed. And I went down in the river to pray. Sorry. I did a southern...
Every now and then, like an old man thing comes out of you.
I did it, and then you get all wet.
Yeah, I do dig older men.
Yeah, I did a southern baptism where they took me to a pond, and they held my head under the water.
Then you had a seizure, and everything was wrong.
God, what movie was that?
The Cell.
The Cell, that's right.
Yeah.
Fucked me up. Orange Boy says, Aaron already said the Lord's name in vain tonight at least 6 times. Don't say that.
I slipped once.
Don't say that to the Grandpa Biden people. What is it, White House Grandpa? Don't say that. David Denominici said, Aaron's Catholic. Holy shit. Raised Catholic. Yeah, cafeteria Catholic. Went on Christmas and Easter every year.
You were raised Catholic. You're not Catholic anymore.
Well,
You've told the whole world countless times you're atheist.
Look, man, I've been confirmed, so I think in God's eyes, I'm fucking in.
See, to me now, that sounds like you're going back to it.
No, it's just when it's convenient, you know. If I want to have a fish sandwich on a Friday, I have a reason.
You guys, I live with him, and I've never heard him say that. This is breaking news.
I can jump in, jump out, you know, whenever it's...
That's one thing I've never done on the show. I've never shied away. I know people don't like the Lutheran church or anything like that, but I've always admitted, you know, that's what I am. So
she admitted to being bipolar on Oprah a while back, says Matt Fields. Okay. Yeah, so she had mental problems. David Denominici says, I had no idea there were Catholics in Minnesota. Dude, it's 50-50 in this state. You got to remember.
Catholic and Lutheran.
You got Germans who are all Catholic. And then you got the Swedes who are all Protestant. The Swedes and the Norwegians are all Protestant, and the Germans are all Catholic. So it's the better people are Catholic, clearly. That's all. Right?
I've got to say, I've dated a few Catholic men and I've dated a few Lutherans. And I would say the Catholics were all terribly unhappy with their churches.
No, I just meant Germans. The better people. That's all. Kenneth Pogue says, Catholics in Minnesota, wow, don't know what I expected, but my family was Southern Baptist, but I didn't matter enough to get baptized. Oh, well, lucky you.
I don't know if there's as much Baptist churches around here. I know a few of them.
Swirly says, right, like a true Catholic, only when it's convenient. Bingo.
When it's time for butt stuff.
Exactly. When someone says, ooh, you want to fuck in the butt? You're like, hey, I'm a Catholic, son. Don't you go sticking dicks in my asshole. That's not all right. Yeah, the old-timey Germans were Catholic. Do not forget that. Okie doke. Let's talk about UFOs. Apparently in front of Congress today. Nowadays, if you want to let a big secret out and you don't want people to know, or if you want to keep a secret, announce it in plain sight because we don't believe anything anymore. Like everything that gets told to us, we go, all right, what the fuck are you up to?
We're skeptical.
We're very skeptical. So now the cool new thing that they're doing is saying the quiet part out loud and just talking openly about shit. Like, the Bidens aren't killing the people who are coming out with the news that they shook down those Ukrainians for $10 million, and now we're giving the Ukrainians a shitload of weapons, and basically it's a money laundering scheme.
Yeah, no matter how many times the Clintons call him up and be like, "What are you doing? Why are you slacking here?"
And the Bidens are like, "No, it's the new school. Nobody trusts any of us." So they all think we're dirty and rotten. So if we just let it come out that we're dirty and rotten, they just get really demoralized and give up. Well, now I guess they're doing that with aliens, because they had a UFO hearing in Congress today, and a guy basically said that we have recovered, and I'm almost quoting. We're going to play a few clips here. I think it's in there. We found non-human life forms in these crafts.
I don't believe that.
Let's play. I got a few clips here from this hearing.
I wouldn't believe anything they told me.
It's going to blow your dick hairs back. I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, my throat's bad.
Have you faced
tonight.
any retaliation or reprisals for any of your testimony or anything on these lines?
If we're going to talk to a guy about UFOs and how aliens are real, could we not get it from a guy who looks and sounds like a guy who made up an anal probe, like abducted by alien story, please?
He does. He's kind of cute, though.
And now, son, when you come here and you tell us the God's honest truth about these here aliens having placed your hand on the good book and sworn in front of Almighty God himself, why don't you tell everybody what you were telling me in the men's room about how them aliens stick things up our asshole and investigate us?
Give it a good what for.
Yeah, give us a good what for on what them aliens is doing. Is they up to causing a ruckus? Are they up to no good? What's the deal?
Yeah, I have to be careful what I say in detail because there is an open whistleblower reprisal investigation on my behalf, and I don't want to compromise that investigation. But
why do they always look crazy? Why are their eyes always like this? Can we get one alien guy who's like, look, there's some aliens out there. They're, I've been around for a while. Just be very matter of fact. Why is it always, sir, have you faced any reprisals for your talk about aliens? You wouldn't believe it. I've had a lot of reprisals. And and there's an active investigation going against me. And, you bet your butt. And you're like, calm down, buddy.
Look how disproportionate his head is to his body. He has a massive body with a tiny head.
By providing...
The aliens did that.
Yeah, something's not right here.
Maybe he is an alien.
That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Oh, shit, he's from Neptune. Look out.
Anything that may help provide somebody information. But it was very brutal and very unfortunate, some of the tactics they used to hurt me both professionally and personally, to be quite frank. Yeah.
It's very unfortunate. As they say, when you're over the target, that's when they do the most firing at you. Do you have any personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal these extraterrestrial technology?
Yes.
Whoa.
Personally.
Have anyone been murdered that you would think that you know of or have heard of, I guess?
I have to be careful asking that question. I directed people with that.
Or I'll be one of them.
Right, I'm next.
So this guy's saying there's alien technology, we're in possession of it, and he may or may not know who's been maybe fucked over, punished, and maybe killed.
Do you know what that kind of means, though, and what I've always thought, like, if aliens are actually visiting here? That means they're just more advanced than we are, and we're behind, and we're done once they come here.
We probably seem like chimps to them. Or
That's
like
what I'm saying.
ants.
Like, if there's other life forms coming here, which I won't deny there are, and I won't say there are, I don't know. They're miles ahead of us in every way.
If they can make it here, they're
miles ahead. They can do whatever they want.
There's no winning that war for us.
No.
Wayne Chambers with $2 says, the lizard do not look like me, boy. Yeah, maybe he is. Yo P says, we are the tards of the universe. It's possible.
I think so, actually.
It's possible.
I think there's a chance.
Here's his non-human origin stuff. Again, I wish this UFO guy didn't always have his eyelids glued to the top of his brain and his eyes weren't,
He's got that peak, though. He's got that widow's peak.
Yeah,
Maybe all you big brain smarty pantses have that.
Look at the big brains on Mr. Grudge. It's great that you have all this alien information, but you have to do it with those fucking Manson lamps. Let's listen to him on the non-human origins talk.
Has the U.S. government become aware of...
This fucking guy again. Can we not get Ernest P. Worrell to ask him questions?
I like him.
I want to hear what you got on them aliens. You know what I mean, Vern?
Actual evidence of extraterrestrial, otherwise unexplained forms of intelligence And if so, when do you think this first occurred?
I like to use the term non-human. I don't like to denote origin. Keeps that.
Well, I mean, yeah, because then you don't offend anybody. You don't want to misgender the aliens.
Yeah, he's the same guy who'd put pronouns in his emails.
Yeah, he's like, well, the aliens like to be called Zinknak, Zumnak. Those are their pronouns, so I don't want to be. I don't want to use labels. You know. What if the aliens preferred to be called the N-word? So,
they actually come here and they know everything we're against right now, and
we
that's
called,
exactly what they go by.
We are called. And you will refer to us to that, or we will fry you with our death rays from wherever you are.
And it just comes right out of their penis.
So he goes in front of Congress and he goes, well, Congressman, these are very dangerous, and we need to make sure when we find life, we make sure that we let it know we come in peace, or else the could get violent with us, and this could overthrow our very way of life.
It's actually our universal reparations for slavery.
Yes.
Aperture open, both scientifically. Right. Certainly, like I've discussed publicly previously, 1930s.
You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay.
So that's yes, because if the answer is no, it's no.
Right. I will always assume that. If you cannot say no, it's a yes.
And then here's my follow-up question. So I know this guy's here because he's had some government clearance, and he blew the whistle and said, oh, we're fucking around with alien shit. And so now the Republicans in Congress want to talk to him. But my follow-up question, I'd be like, hey, we got any alien shit that you know of? He's like, maybe. I go, all right, follow-up question. So who exactly the fuck are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Yeah, like, who are you? I don't mean like, what's your name? How do you identify? I mean, like, who the fuck are you to be giving us this information? And why? How can we trust you? Are you like Bob Lazar, where every time we fact check you, you get a migraine and you go, oh, my head hurts. I can't answer your difficult question about my contradictions. Oh.
I need answers.
Fuck Bob
I've been
Lazar.
asking for so long, too, like, what is actually an Area 51? Nobody wants to tell me.
The Area 51, you knew then, and you did nothing. Don't give me unprepared.
Nobody wants to tell me.
Back 50 years ago, you had the spaceship. Where was it? At Roswell.
Didn't Trump want to bring up something about Area 51?
Trump wanted to talk about the aliens. He wanted to talk about Kennedy. So then they released a giant disease and got him out of office.
Sorry.
He's like, look, I want to talk about Kennedy. And they're like, wow, JFK? No, Mr. Kennedy. I want to talk about his U.S. title run back in about 06, 07. He was a talented wrestler.
Huge fan.
I liked the mic he used. He would say his name twice. Kennedy, Kennedy. Wait for it. I loved it.
God, that would make me so happy.
Mr. President, we don't really need to talk. We know everything there is to know about Mr. Kennedy. I don't know.
It's never enough.
I felt he could have worked a more strong Japanese style than the American one. You missed out. So do you want to talk about President Kennedy? No, not at all.
How about Area 51?
Area 51. You knew that, and you did nothing.
I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have
women should totally hold office. I'm sorry.
crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries.
Oh, shit.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Okay, see now
it's actually just ferrets.
I was just gonna say, yeah, he talked to some beagles,
right?
And he said, "Were they human, boy? Were they non-human? Woof, woof, woof. Oh shit, that beagle knows something, son."
He's like Hector Salamanca. They have bells.
Ding, 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 ding.
You have a bell.
Oh shit, you're right. A. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Oh my God, it's fucking aliens. The guy who just had a stroke told me. This is where, like, this guy's
They're actually just sniffing the border.
Yeah, this is just full of shit. This guy's full of shit. And, like, Congress just has him there to play aliens.
I know.
Because he's like, oh, yeah, we found non-human biologics. And they're like, oh, really? How do you know that? You were there? No, I talked to a guy who's in the program. And in no way does he see my giant eyeballs and just start fucking with me.
It was just actually COVID. It was pangolin cells.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
She's horny for him.
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Skiff?
Skiff.
Skiff.
They're going to go on a boat together?
Woo! I told you she was into him.
Yeah, and then I can throw you overboard for asking too many questions about the aliens.
Did you see how she was looking at him, though? With them
She wanted-
glasses?
she wanted-
was like, she was doing one of these.
She wanted to know if he took any alien medicine and got a big alien cock.
Hey, you got any alien in you?
I got some plasm.
Somehow that was not sexy.
I got something from the
I
aliens,
don't need
all right.
plasm.
You like a corkscrew dick? They showed me how to make one.
Oh, what if they're just anatomically all screwed? Like they're nothing like us.
Wayne Chambers with $5 says, so this costs money and there is nothing great. I'm going to sell a rifle to a Ukrainian soldier. Oh my God. Well,
Whoa.
I hear there's a heavy market for it these days.
Thank you, Wayne.
$55 away. Oh, skiff, not skiff, says Zen Rhino. Thank you for clearing that up. I thought he wanted to take her on a boat ride.
I kind of, are we retarded? I thought the same thing, a skiff. I have to talk to you on a skiff.
Yeah.
We have to go take a very
Look, we
romantic
have to
boat
be in
ride.
international waters or I cannot discuss any of this with you. So you have to hop aboard my skiff and we have to get the fuck out of here and then we can talk about the aliens.
Hey, lady, there's a fat whale on your boat.
No, that's Hibble Bibble from Zach Lock 7. He's an alien. Now go fucking home to your parents. And don't tell them about this. I'll deny it.
It's Hibble Bibble.
Hibble Bibble. Yeah.
Okay.
Ink lock noonga.
Before you move on from that story, what do you hope he's like telling the truth kind of, or do you just assume he's lying?
It's not about hope. I just know he's full of shit.
Yeah.
And why do all those people seem
So enamored
mentally
with
fucked
it.
up? Like they all just like, every time he talked, you notice he'd finish a sentence, he'd go, and some of it was non-human. And he'd lean away with his big eyes. He'd just go, It's like, all right, creepy, fucking take it easy. All right. Chris drives 88 miles per hour with $4.99. Says Joe Pesci was host next week and is uber Christian and pasted it back together on air. Oh, I think he's behind.
Oh.
That's all right.
Well, thank you, though.
Chris is a little behind in the chat. Thank you for the $4.99. $50 away. Roots Calhoun just can't let it go. He has to be a dick. He just writes, we watched it, Chris. Couldn't be nice about it. Right?
Roots has had a day. He's a burn victim.
That's true. He's been burned over 99% of his body. $50 away from tonight's goal. Jay Schaff says, no goal, filling in for MSO. Well, there you go, guys. Just throw in on PayPal and Streamlabs, knock out that $50 right away, and then we can make everybody happy.
Disgusting.
Let's go to the crane collapse in New York City. I don't want to talk about the Mitch McConnell thing. I want to save that for tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I got the Hunter Biden stuff I want to save for tomorrow morning. There's a judge that's probably going to find a bomb on his car pretty soon. Because you know how they had that plea agreement on Hunter Biden's 2 felony tax and gun charges? And he would do absolutely no jail time?
None.
A judge today said, yeah, I'm not fucking accepting this.
That's great.
Yeah, so Hunter Biden had to plead not guilty today because the judge looked at their agreement and went, he what?
Wait.
Yeah, no, that's horseshit.
Oh, so he's going to trial now?
Well, or they're going to figure out a new deal
Okay.
or try to get a new judge or whatever. I don't know.
Dude, that's fun, huh?
Yeah. Her car. Okay, it was a female judge. Okay.
And then, yeah, the Mitch McConnell stuff, that's even more...
The Mitch McConnell thing. I have a feeling we're all going to have a rant tomorrow. A good rant.
Make sure you have your steel toe coffee and get ready for that.
Yeah, about the elderly people and them being in office and God.
Grandpa McConnell.
Damn it.
Having
already.
a moment.
Yeah, it's just... And they just... We keep... Again, it's kind of our fault.
It's totally our fault.
It's
not my fault. I didn't vote for him.
We keep voting the guy in there. So...
But as a whole, yeah, it's definitely our fault.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? You can just vote for somebody else. We're like, no, let's send Grandpa back in there and see what happens. Let's watch this crane collapse in New York City. I still have not seen this.
I have. It's pretty terrific.
So
like in a bad way.
A crane has collapsed after catching fire in Hell's Kitchen in Manhattan. At least one firefighter is injured. Now, what I've heard is that 12 people have been hurt in total, and all with non-life-threatening injuries. So
yeah, but when you watch it, you'd be surprised.
You think somebody's dead?
I'm a little surprised that nobody died, I guess, but it's pretty wild watch.
I don't think Compound Studios are in Hell's Kitchen. Otherwise, I would say maybe that's what Gino was walking through today.
Why is it called Hell's Kitchen?
You know, it's hot. Hotter than Hell's Kitchen.
Hot right there.
Yeah, it's the hot spot.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Fuck. It gets worse.
Holy shit, and then there's a thing.
Look at it fall.
How is nobody dead?
They're terrified. They have no idea what's going on.
I'm guessing that area of the sidewalk had been cleared for a while because that crane was on fire. So they kind of cleared that area off so that didn't, because some of that shit had to rain down on someone.
Well, then these people, though, that were coming out of this building, they're probably terrified from the noise. Like, oh my God, what's happening?
It is loud.
That's not a good place for that to happen after 9/11.
Oh my, even before 9/11, that would make you shit your pants.
Oh, fuck.
And then the whole crane comes down. Yeah, that's amazing. So nobody died. I think 12 people injured so far, and one giant fucking crane.
Can you imagine if you're sitting in that building over there in one of those window offices and it just smacks your office window?
Yeah. Ooh. So now, like, what happens? They just have to replace the glass, or is there some structural damage done?
Don't know.
Where they're going to have to do work on that building now. Fuck, pain in the ass. Yeah, how was nobody crushed to death?
Very lucky.
I suppose they probably have scaffolding all around that thing, so.
They're very lucky, though.
Dangling underneath.
Then that fire, you gotta worry if this platform's gonna come down.
I'm pretty sure they just said somebody was dangling underneath.
Don't you want to see that whole arm come down?
Just smash that, just graze that building.
Just the whole thing just goes. Watch everybody try to run away from it.
God, can you imagine if that crane arm had like landed on anyone?
Oh, we got another angle of it. We got a few angles of this little disaster here. All right, there we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sorry, guys.
Oh, traffic stop. Ooh.
There it goes.
Loud.
Trying to see if anyone's there.
Underneath, there was like a fire squad car.
Yeah, it looks like it does. Like I said, it looks like they have it blocked off, and that nobody's like
That's still pretty terrifying.
Imminent danger. Is this the same? I think this is the same one we had before. The same angle. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I love that guy. Oh fuck. Woo.
Wow.
Jesus.
What a long drop, by the way.
Well, and
it dropped for a few seconds.
I love that guy's commentary. He just goes, "Oh fuck," and somebody next to him's got to go, "You are correct. That is the correct response to witnessing a fucking crane collapse." Rincewind says, in this economy, New York EMT's glad for the overtime dealing with this. Silver lining if you're Joe Biden. That's on the new Twitter, so technically that's an X video. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Everything on Twitter's X video now.
I support it.
Xvideo.com. People are going to get so confused now.
So wet.
Yeah, Sad Boy's right. Then they found a bunch of guys in a moving truck dancing around and filming the thing. It was really weird. And then they went to check the headquarters of that company, and the phones were unplugged from the wall, and they had moved out real quick, and the owners had returned to their country of origin. And nobody really knew what was up.
Wow. It's fishy. It's fishy almost.
Mizzle T. Shizzle says, do you think more people are watching the Women's World Cup or Steel Toe? Well, let's take a look. 327 plus whatever's on Facebook and Twitter. You know, it's probably really close. Really, really close. The crane was on fire first. It went down 54 stories. Shit.
God, that's a long ways.
All right, YouTube and Rumble, we are $50 away from knocking out tonight's goal. If you'd like to contribute, we got about 40 minutes before we rattle the offering plate. But 50, actually, no, I don't think we're going to get music tonight because we're already inside of $50. So everybody just throw into PayPal and Streamlabs will knock this thing out, no problem. And then after that, just 2 goals left, Thursday morning and Rumble Friday, which is my favorite day of the week.
I know. I'm excited for Friday.
And I'm loving that Rumble just keeps gaining in followers, and the Rumble numbers are starting to creep ahead of the YouTube numbers in the morning. I'm really excited about it. I look forward to a day where Rumble is our dominant platform, and that day is coming very, very soon. It's just we're growing there. We're not stuck in this YouTube mud where they've decided, okay, you guys are naughty boys. You're on our naughty boy list. Right. We gotta throttle you down. We can't put you out there like we used to because you got a strike on you. You're naughty. You know, there's no punishment at Rumble. I like that. A new study from Ipsos on retirement shows that 1 in 5 Americans believe they will never retire. Now, one of those people was Ric Flair, so that's worth pointing out. Yeah, she's, I will never retire. Financial worries are listed as the main reason, so many are affording and financing retirement using several different tactics. 20% of Americans do not think they'll be able to retire. Look, man, I understand. We saw that story a while back where, you know, the news was all excited because, oh, look, old people are coming out of retirement and a lot of people have side hustles. And they're like, isn't that wonderful for the economy? You're like,
no.
Well, I mean, maybe for the people who collect taxes, it's wonderful. But for everyone else, no, they have to work themselves to the bone. And then old people have to work until the day they die.
Poor grandma and grandpa have to go back to work in their brittle stage of life.
Right. And like not to be accountants.
No.
To be Walmart greeters so they can have insurance and maybe afford some cat food to eat for dinner. It's fucking terrible.
God, that is so depressing.
Well,
I hate thinking about that.
You know, and it's not, I mean, it's kind of people's fault for the way they live their lives and the way they budget money and save for retirement and shit. Like this is not a today problem. This is like the last 30 or 40 years problem. It's specifically a last 20 years problem at least because we've had cheap money now for way too long. And now we're having to jack the shit out of interest rates. The Fed just rose them 1/4 of a point again today.
Highest it's ever been.
In 20 years. Highest in 20 years.
years.
Yeah. Oh my God. In the 70s and 80s, it was in the 15, 20 range. It was bad. Really bad.
Whoa.
So you have, not only did you have that, but in the late 70s, before Reagan became president, you had like 15 to 20% interest rate, and the top marginal tax rate for wealthy people was 70%. 70% before Reagan slashed the shit out of those taxes. So now we have the Fed raising the interest rate, and everyone thinks the Fed are the bad guys. Like, oh, mortgages and cars and all this shit is going up. It's like, they have to. These fucking idiots at the Fed kept the numbers so low after the 2008 recession for so long, and we just inflated the currency. For 15 years, we just kept inflating it with cheap money. We inflated our way out of economic problems instead of taking our fucking medicine, taking the hurt, taking care of our money,
fixing it.
And fixing it. We just went, here, make money super fucking cheap to get. Everybody borrows for houses. Housing prices go crazy. Everyone borrows for cars. Car prices go up. Then COVID hits and the government starts printing off worthless dollars, trillions at a time. And then we're sitting here at the end of it all going, oh, fuck, bacon's $10 a pound.
Don't you forget Ukraine either. Don't you forget that.
I mean, Ukraine, but they drop in the bucket compared to this other shit. So now the Fed goes, well, holy shit, money's too cheap. It's too abundant. And the price of everything's being bid up. We need to lock shit down with higher interest rates. Then, because the government sucks so bad at managing a budget, the Fed goes, well, that didn't work. We got to jack the interest rates up more. And now they did it again. And they'll probably have to do it again.
And again.
And I get it. Raising interest rates is not good for the working class in the economy either because they live a lot on credit. You know, the working class borrows. Nobody can afford $300,000, $400,000 for a house. You got to borrow it. I get that. But like you raise the interest rates to 8, 9, 10%, all of a sudden nobody can afford to borrow the money anymore.
Now
and
we're
then
renting.
You get a recession. But you either are going to get a recession or runaway inflation that will eventually lead to a recession anyway. So you're kind of fucked either way. This is the chickens coming home to roost for 15 years or more of really horseshit, dog shit money management philosophy. That's just what this is.
It's exhausting.
The Ukraine felon NYC. Very good, Gofa. Dr. Climate Abortion, Kane J says CBDC will be here soon and fiat currency will be irrelevant. Cocktiff says wages don't go up, we don't eat. So, yeah, now we're going to be, you're going to see a little bit higher interest rates now. It probably won't be the last time. And then Biden can go ahead and blame the Federal Reserve for whatever recession comes.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
Dub says Halloween, no egging. Eggs cost too much money now. Well, there you go. There's the bright side.
That's the thing, man. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, anytime I'm at the grocery store and I see like a staple that we use a lot of, and it's like dirt cheap on sale for like twice what it used to be, I'll buy 2 of them. I felt so dirty at the grocery store today with the kids because I'm sitting here. I'm sitting at the grocery store and the kids wanted something cold for dinner tonight because it's like 90-some degrees out. No ovens, no cooking. It's hot.
They wanted like turkey and cheese sandwiches and fruit, and they couldn't decide on a fruit. And they said, can we get watermelon and cherries? And I said, okay, I'll check out watermelons and cherries. And cherries, I was like, oh my God, screaming fucking deal on cherries. $2.48 a pound. And like to me, I was like, holy shit, that's a great deal on cherry because you just...
And it is right now.
It is right now, for sure. So, yeah, we'll see where that all goes. White Rex says Bidenomics, baby. Yeah.
How much was that bag of cherries?
It was like $7, I think, for that bag of cherries, which is not a great deal. I understand that, but like today it is. Chevrolet JB with $20 just says, yup. Thank you very much, buddy. $35 away from tonight's goal. If you want to throw a couple of bucks in, we really do appreciate it. Oh, speaking of Chevrolet JB, who I believe has won our cornhole tournament at the anniversary show a couple years in a row now.
Yes.
You can get your tickets to the anniversary comedy show. Now, to go to the actual party is free. Just show up at Stoney's, drink with us, have a great time. When the comedy show starts, go sit on the patio. Go hang out. And then after the comedy show's over in an hour and a half or so, come on back in. Party, do karaoke, drink. We'll hang out outside a little bit. The whole deal. But there's only 16 tickets left for the comedy show. We've sold it out once. Cheetos goes, I'll take some shit out. We'll find some more seats. And he said, but after this one, it's standing room only.
I'll just remove the whole bar.
I'll remove the entire bar.
Yeah.
So get your tickets at eventbrite.com. That's eventbrite.com. Steel Toe Anniversary Show. And 16 of those left. Cornhole Tournament, I believe there's 8 spots left. Oh, Chevrolet JB, you're right. Granite City is the one who's won 2 years in a row.
You know what, though?
I confuse the two all the time.
Him and his buddy, for some reason, his name is escaping me, his screen name. I know his real name. They always get there early, though, before the cornhole tournament starts, and they're always the ones to start drinking with us first.
Yeah.
Like, they're always there early and ready to go.
So, yeah, get your tickets today. Get them tomorrow, because I think by the week of the show, whatever's left, they're going to run out. And then I'll have to talk to Cheetos and say, what do you want to do?
Can we just shut down that street?
Just do it outside?
Yep.
Fuck it. We'll do it outside. So, yeah, 20% of Americans say that they don't think they'll ever be able to retire. That's sad. I mean,
it's hard to think about.
And I think part of it is like they're just, people are just overwhelmed by how much of a bummer shit is right now.
I know I am. I talk negatively about it a lot.
Right. I wonder how much of that 20% is people who are just like, fuck it, I'll never be able to retire. Because you get that way after you get beaten down like this. You get
down about a lot of stuff financially.
Yeah. But I think as far as retirement goes, here's one thing about America that I still kind of believe. And this may be the last bit of naivete that I need beaten out of me. I do think that just before America falls off the cliff, we do fix our problems. It's just, in my lifetime, I don't remember us ever being this close to the cliff.
Which problems?
Before we turn it around.
Which ones are we fixing?
Money problems, social problems, military problems, economic problems. It's not that I've never seen us this close to the edge before.
Ooh.
I've never seen us this close to the edge on this many different issues.
I pray you're right. I sure do. I really do.
Samuel says, I'm quite overwhelmed with the economy as well. Yeah, you just kind of...
I don't know anyone who isn't.
Yeah, you watch it and you just go, it can't fucking keep getting worse. And then you're like,
But
well,
then
it
it
certainly
totally does.
It certainly ain't getting better.
It gets worse all the time.
We got some other news to go over tonight while we're a half hour away from... no offering play tonight. We're $35 away. You guys already have overtime. Let's just knock out the rest. And whatever you go over, we put to tomorrow morning. So thank you guys very much for your generosity.
Thank you.
Kevin Spacey was acquitted of his criminal charges
Saw that.
in a London court today in a sex assault trial. Now, I don't mean to be the guy in charge of the Kevin Spacey's innocent and railroaded fan club. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But the guy who did accuse him, if we're talking about the guy who was 13 when he says this happened at a Hollywood party, that guy seems suspect from the beginning.
I think that was what a lot of people thought.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's been kind of an open secret that Kevin Spacey's been gay for a long time. That he was just playing straight, and that back when Kevin Spacey came up in Hollywood, you couldn't be gay.
It wasn't acceptable. It just this whole thing bums me out now that he's been acquitted. And that guy looking sus looks a little more clear to us now. Like, it just bothers me that he was completely exiled from acting and stuff like that pretty much, because I actually enjoyed him.
Yeah.
And now I feel like that's over. Like, it's just done for him.
I like him. I
do
still
too.
like Kevin Spacey's work. And again, I do think that the guy who accused him of like holding him down at a party and trying to molest him, that guy did not seem very credible. It's like you were a 13-year-old kid and you were at a big Hollywood party at midnight and Kevin Spacey just found you in a room. Like, I'm sorry, I don't...
Yeah, he's at a big Hollywood party and he's going to go to you. I don't know.
I mean, look, a 13-year-old boy being at a Hollywood party, I get that part. Like, I understand.
That's what I get too, but I'm like,
Yeah.
he's not going for you at a big old party. I don't think.
I think more a director or a producer is the one that goes after the 13-year-old boy.
Right.
But after 4 weeks of testimony, the jury returned from 3 days of deliberation with the verdict, clearing the actor of guilt on his 64th birthday. Aww. Imagine that many of you can understand there's a lot for me to process after what has just happened today, Spacey said. But I would like to say that I'm enormously grateful to the jury for having taken the time to examine all the evidence and all the facts carefully before they reach their decision. I am humbled by the outcome today, he added. I also want to thank the staff inside this courthouse, the security, Evan Lowenstein. Of course, you got to thank him.
Lowenstein, yes.
Yeah. And all those who took care of us every single day. My legal team for being here every day. Multiple men testified that Spacey would grab their crotches. One accused Spacey performing a sex act on an unconscious man. The prosecution claimed in the trial that Spacey's celebrity status helped him get away with it for years. But the jury decided there wasn't enough evidence outside of the testimonies to convict Spacey. Now, I didn't know that Kevin Spacey was accused by this many people.
No, I thought it was one guy.
Yeah, I thought it was just one guy. I haven't been keeping up on the Kevin Spacey story.
I'm not up on it either, so what I'm about to say is probably wrong. But, like, what if it's just a handful of guys that just don't like him?
I can't believe it was 2019. It feels like longer.
It does. It feels like this
Since
has
they
been
accused him, yeah.
a long time.
Some are skeptical of the ruling, with many noting that 3 of Spacey's accusers died shortly after making accusations back in 2019. He's got like Clinton-level luck with people dropping dead.
But again, what if he had nothing to do with that and they were just like mental people?
That's just it.
You don't know.
Like, are the people accusing him, they clearly had some kind of
Something
mental
wrong with
illness
them.
problems, and, you know, that's...
It could go either way. Maybe he did it. Maybe they were mental. I don't know.
And not only that, like, with gay men, historically, age of consent, to quote, or to paraphrase Pirates of the Caribbean, has always been more of a guideline than a rule.
You want to watch that tonight? Ooh.
I'd rather you watch King Arthur. I'm having popcorn.
Okay.
I can't keep a thought in my head. Yeah, I think
THOT?
it's always been, Brittany Venti. It's always been more of a guideline than a rule, I think. So,
And why is the rum always gone? Just when you need it most.
Just when you have a 13-year-old in the bed at the Hollywood party.
Just got a little
runs,
Ron Diaz to pour down his throat.
Always gone. Fauci's Pangolin gifting a membership to Sad Boy. Thank you very much. I love those gifted memberships.
Thank you.
Eddie S. says White House chef vibes. I mean, it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
It's a little weird when people who accuse
deaths.
you of horrible shit just die. Like,
yeah, but then what if you truly didn't have anything to do with it? I feel a little bad. Like, if you didn't do those things and then people are just kind of dying that are accused you of stuff, like,
right.
That's insult to injury.
You're sitting there, one of them dies, and you're like, oh, God, there goes a charge. That's pretty good. Then a second one dies, like, all right, quit dying.
Yeah, now this is weird.
Yeah, and then a third one dies. Like, would they fucking stop? They're going to think I have something to do with it. What the? God damn it, no.
You did it again.
Yo P says, I've had 2 rappers who blocked me die. I wouldn't admit that too much. What if the authorities are watching? You don't know. Zen Rhino says, forget the hack movie, King Arthur Aaron. Watch the classic Excalibur instead. Helen Mirren was hot back then.
I don't like Helen Mirren. That's a hot take, but I don't like her.
I thought she played a great, nasty, evil cunt in Trumbo.
Shit.
She was really good.
Do you know what it is for me at this point? I don't like that name.
Dalton
I
Trumbo?
don't like the name Trumbo. I won't watch it.
Wow.
I've seen it one time, and that was enough for me.
But it's oh shit! I don't know where my fucking Trumbo drop is.
That's okay.
Damn it! How does a man lose his Trumbo drop? Isn't that tragic?
Uh-oh.
Losing your... It's all right, April. We can let it go.
I
For
fixed
one
it.
fucking day. It's okay. Oh, no.
Jeez.
I don't have my Trumbo drop.
It's okay, Aaron. We can let it go for one day.
I see what you did there, you dirty whore. But I'm going to find that fucking thing. He's in this for the money and the pussy, and they are both falling off the trees. Well,
it's the only good thing to come from that movie.
Still got the shovel.
That's all I got. And I got a fart drop. Ow. That's it.
What is wrong with you?
I can't find my Trumbo drop, so I gotta...
Not funny, haha, funny queer.
Buy myself a little time.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
One of the greatest moments in SVU history.
I haven't used it in a long time, so I don't know where it is.
It's on the left side of a page somewhere.
Yeah, it's
the very left.
And it just says Trumbo on it. Like, I didn't name it anything intricate.
I secretly deleted it.
You fucking bitch.
It's Milky! Oh, Jason. Oh, ew.
You gay person.
It's Milky.
All right.
Gay fucking shit.
That's all I got.
What is that one from?
That's a guy named A.J. Clemente, who was a news guy in North Dakota.
Oh, that's right. He said it on the news.
And he said it on the news. He just said gay fucking shit. I love the A.J. Clemente clip. Here, A.J. Clemente. Worst first day
What's
ever.
AJ Clemente's career?
Fuck you. We don't need your commentary on it, you stupid guy. I'm going to do commentary.
This guy's great, though. AJ is.
AJ
I love it.
God damn it.
No
Does everybody have
Kasparian.
to have a thing? Can we just watch AJ Clemente fuck his shit up? Here we go.
High definition.
Gay fucking shit.
Good evening.
You know what I love about the gay fucking shit clip is that if we keep listening, he keeps mumbling while she's opening up the news because he's reading his reports and trying to read a name. So he's pre-reading so he can pronounce a name. And he's frustrated because he can't pronounce this Serbian guy's name. And he goes, gay, because he was saying like Sergey or something like that. Gay. Fucking shit.
She's like trying to be professional.
And then she's like, hi, my name's Lydia Gungong Tong Chong. And then he goes, like as she's reading the news, he's still grumbling into his microphone.
High definition.
Gay fucking shit.
Good evening, I'm Van Q. You may have seen our news from AJ on NBC North Dakota News. And
What's funny is this is like in Fargo, North Dakota, so a
Right.
relatively smaller market.
Close to here, too. It's a 2-hour drive.
And it's evenings on the weekends. So they've got like the newest wet behind the ears news piece. This is like right out of college
Right behind
news.
the ears, okay.
Yeah, this is the brand new crop,
Out
if
of
you
the,
will.
fresh out of the box.
Yeah, so he's going, gay fucking shit. Frigid. So she's like, is he going to shut up so I can
It's so loud.
read the news? He won't stop. I mean, first of all, he just said gay fucking shit.
How about the fact she doesn't even acknowledge that and she stays stone faced?
That was a good move. Good
Yeah,
for her.
good
But
for
then,
her.
yeah, then this part.
High definition.
Gay fucking shit.
Good evening, I'm Van Chu. You may have seen our newest AJ on NBC North Dakota News, and he'll be joining the weekend news team as my co-anchor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, AJ.
I bet she's excited.
Well, I'm 25 years old and I just said gay fucking shit on television. How about you, Van? How's your day going?
Can you imagine all like the old weird farm families sitting down to watch the evening news together and heard that?
Gladys, that mulatto boy on the news just said gay fucking shit.
Yep.
I ain't never heard that on the news before. Oh, Lord, times are a-changing. I remember when old Walt Waltman back on the evening news one time said, golly gosh, and we said, all right, let's not get blue in front of the ladies, Walter. He's always drinking. But I do believe this motherfucker just said gay fucking shit on the news, Ellen.
Play it again. Play it again.
High definition.
Gay fucking shit.
Good evening, I'm Van Chu. You may have seen our newest AJ on NBC North Dakota News, and he'll be joining the weekend news team as my co-anchor. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
He shot his head up because a producer went, hey, you just said gay fucking shit and your mic is on, dickbag.
Was he fired from this?
Oh, yeah. He was gone immediately. He was gone.
I like how she's just introducing him to the world, too. Like, he's going to be joining me as my new co-anchor. And
Yeah. He's like,
not anymore.
He's like, Van, skip all that part. I won't be joining you as your co-anchor. I'm done after this commercial break.
Oh, sorry.
Yourself, AJ.
I'm going to be living in a U pretty soon.
We need a conversion van.
Yes.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm
Wrong camera, asshole.
And you're talking too fast.
Wrong camera.
Oh.
How did you look at the wrong camera twice?
He just said gay fucking shit.
And you just said gay fucking shit. Anyone who's taken a high school TV course knows there's lights on the camera to show you which one is on. And he looks at the wrong camera 2 different times.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
Nailed it. Yeah.
Faces. Have you watched his face change? He's so funny.
Yeah, I think I pretty much saved my job from the gay fucking shit thing just a minute ago.
I want him to go on to do something else, like where I can see him again.
He did, bartending.
Oh. So I can see him in Fargo. Then.
Yeah, you can go to Fargo and... Or, no, probably Virginia.
Oh, Bismarck.
Oh, Bismarck.
It's Bismarck.
Okay.
Jelly
Okay, well,
filled.
welcome aboard, AJ.
Thanks.
Go for it.
Fatal ATV crash happened yesterday in Williams County.
And it was some real gay fucking shit.
Still watching the wrong camera.
He's
Can we
still-
just look up bad news things? Like, do the O'Reilly thing or anything. I love news screw-ups.
Oh, no, he got interviewed on Live with Kelly and who? Kelly and Michael. Okay, so this was before she ran off
Gap
another
tooth.
one. Yeah.
Gap Toofus.
Fucking New World Order guy who went from somehow a football player to now he's interviewing presidents. Yeah, that's
To stripping in Magic Mike XXL.
Of course.
I've got to tell you that this clip of you has captivated all of us.
Yeah.
It's taken
Now,
us.
Kelly, do you mean the one where I'm reading the news or the one where I yell gay fucking shit?
Yeah, pick a lane.
It's the gay fucking shit one, sir.
Look how bitty
on
she
a
is.
wild ride. What exactly was going on in your head when that happened? Were you aware that you were on the air?
I had no clue. I had no.
Y'all
so wrong
was
for
a
that.
Precautionary bleep.
Wait, are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
FYI. I know that.
Pretty funny, like gay fucking shit. Am I right? Rips off his suit. He's got merch. He's got, hey, get your gay fucking shit shirts.
That's what he should have done. That's
I
a
would've-
shirt, 100%, right?
I would have bought a gay fucking shit
Oh,
shirt.
yeah. Hell yeah. I want to chop that mole
No,
off
on the,
his face.
Yeah, on the front it says gay ... and on the back fucking shit. Team AJ.
What's your favorite form of TV?
Gay.
I had no idea. I had no idea that we were live. My co-anchor didn't know that we were live. She happened to be looking
she
at the
did.
teleprompter. I happened to be looking.
Bullshit. Yes,
She was
knew it.
ready.
She was doing the whole intro thing. She knew you were live. Don't throw her under the bus.
What a pile of shit.
Yeah, this is some gay fucking shit you're pulling right now,
She
AJ.
tried to cover for you, too. She kept a straight face. All that.
Down. I'm going over the London Marathon winner's name.
Was that tripping you up? Was it a hard
That
name?
was tripping me. I'm still not going to pronounce it.
Right.
I know how to spell it.
Because I'll say gay fucking shit again.
That's all it is to him now.
Yeah. Umbakwe gay fucking shit. What if the guy's name really was gay fucking shit, though? Like, what if you looked at his name? From Kenya, the winner of the marathon was gay fucking shit.
I think we have to Google that name next and see if anyone comes up.
Yeah, because he's got like a Nigerian first name, but it's like a colonial last name that his parents never changed.
Well, isn't there like some weird overseas like NBA player with a last name? Yeah, no, for real. There's some guy with like a
Manute Bowl?
No, there's like a swear word for his last name.
Oh, you're right. The audience will have it for us. But yeah, there's jerseys of him and everything.
Did I just say swear
Right,
word?
of course.
I got frustrated, and you guys know the rest.
But when did you realize you were caught on camera cursing?
Like, I'm a big, dumb, retarded football player. And even I know not to say gay fucking shit on TV. So how'd you done do it?
Not until the third break when my news director came in.
Oh, you're kidding.
I thought that, we weren't on air. We came on 30 seconds early.
Right.
And I caught the toss. Obviously, I said West Virginia. And then I used to be from the East Coast.
Which to me, but I've got to tell you, as an East Coaster, it was so plausible to me because I was like, of course he's from the East Coast. That's why he was explaining the language.
I'm a native New Yorker, so.
You're a native New Yorker. And one thing about New Yorkers, we believe in giving second chances, man. Yesterday we called for it.
So here we go. I want you to tell me what you see on this picture. And it's two guys fucking each other. That would be gay fucking shit, Michael. No! Anal gay intercourse, AJ. God damn it. Oh, sorry.
Sex.
I thought we were doing a bit. No. They find Richard Simmons sticking his dick in a pile of shit. He's like, what is that? That would be a gay fucking shit. Oh, no, AJ.
Oh.
Here today. So we have a challenge for you if you're willing to accept it. We're going to send you to cover the star-studded red carpet premiere of Pierce Brosnan's new movie, Love Is All You Need.
Now, should you choose to accept this?
Hey, Pierce Brosnan in 2013. Wow, that's cool 20 years ago.
And it's a movie called Love Is All You Need.
Yeah.
Come on.
Gay love. Gay fucking shit.
Your job is to interview all the celebrities that you can and bring the tape back to us here tomorrow. Are you up for it? What do you think? Yes?
Wow, real good news wordsmith.
He's not cut off for that. That mole is unbecoming, by the way. He's an extra in Austin Powers.
Yes.
That's AJ Clemente. He's our celebrity correspondent.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly. Your overactive enthusiasm has
please-
bought you a career thus far. Good job.
Will you please check if there's a gay fucking shit somewhere that exists in the world?
Well, that's kind of what they do, fuck. If you think
No,
about
I
it.
mean a name, you tard.
Gay fucking Schmidt. Gabe fucking shit. Maybe. I don't know. $35 away from tonight's goal and 15 minutes away from, you know what? I'm going to play the music and do the offering plate. If we can't knock out a simple $80 goal tonight, then we're going to be in trouble the rest of the week.
I've actually hurt my throat this evening from singing too much Weird Al, so I can't chant with you. Of
course.
I'm saving it.
Well, boys and girls, $35 away. If you want to knock that out, please do. Just as a good omen for the rest of the week that's remaining, so we don't get nervous. Let's go ahead and chop that down to size. Thank you very much. Biden administration. Nah, let's do the dog story. I don't want to do Biden China shit right now. We can handle that tomorrow.
Oh, great. Let's just seethe tomorrow because we'll have Mitch McConnell and...
The Mitch McConnell thing will be hilarious.
That will be funny for a little bit.
Watching that old man freeze like an IBM 486
oh my
computer.
God. He had no idea what was going on.
It's so funny. I was just watching it going, die.
Right? That's kind of what it looked like. It looked like he was about to have a, what's our guy?
Medical episode.
The one.
Governor Dayton.
It looked like he was having a Dayton moment.
Yeah. It's just like, come on, drop dead in front of me.
Yes.
Come on.
He has to have some guy come over and goon arm him like, hey, Mitch.
Yeah.
Got anything else you want to say?
Ooh, Stevie J. Yeah, maybe there is a guy in antiquity who was named Gaylord Fuggin' Shit. And they would have called him gay fucking shit.
Maybe Esquire. Oh my God, you guys are killing me.
Maybe there's a chance. There is
King
a
of all
chance.
Yetis got my my NBA last name.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The King of all Yetis. The name is the gay F word.
No, there's actual jerseys you can buy.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write that gay F word jersey. Okay. There's wow. Okay. Jack. Who's the athlete? Is it Diego?
Oh wow, what just happened?
Navy football uniforms. Athlete named.
I just had a medical event in my eye.
Okay, so is it Diego? There really was a guy who played for Navy in 2020. He was a linebacker named Diego Fagot.
Okay, yeah, that's the one then.
Okay. So football
There were
player
jerseys.
played for Navy. God bless. Red Fox Mad with $9.99 says, come on, donate $9.99 and I will donate $9.99. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, that counts for 7.
Thank you.
$30 even away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very, very much. Let's finish her off, as it were. So, apparently Joe Biden has another dog that's biting the shit out of people. Remember, they killed one.
Right, because he went on a rampage biting people.
Right. One of Joe Biden's dogs started eating people, so they had to kill him. And now I guess another dog has started eating people.
Maybe he's housing the aliens.
You know, what we should probably do with Joe Biden is just get him tiny dogs until he shows he can handle those, and then we can move up to the bigger ones. You know, start him off with like a teacup poodle. And if he doesn't...
No Gordies for him.
I think we should, like Joe Biden, we should treat like Lenny from Of Mice and Men, like only tiny things at a time.
I guess.
Scott with $40 says, here you go, monthly dues. Thank you very much, Scott. That's going to do it for tonight.
Wow.
And we're $340 away from tomorrow morning. So thank you guys very much. We'll do overtime. That's 2 shows in a row now. We haven't had to go to the old music.
My throat appreciates you right now.
So thank you guys very, very much. Attaboy, Scott. You guys want to go to work on tomorrow morning? Go bananas. Only 2 goals left the rest of the week. Thanks, Scott, for knocking that out. $40 as quote-unquote monthly dues. That is remarkably generous.
Right.
So thank you.
That's huge.
So much. So President Biden's White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, who I have to say again is magnificent at her job.
She's a saint.
She is a remarkably talented lady who is very good at turning chicken shit into chickens. I'm kidding. She's fucking terrible.
I think she's Queen Deflector.
Now, Kmart Reddy says, Aaron, that's because he is Lenny from Of Mice and Men. All right, fair enough. But, you know, I feel like Lenny fared better against the boxer than Joe Biden would have. Somebody changed their name to Gaya fucking shit with $1.99. Said, hey, Google told me you were talking shit. Sorry, gay fucking shit. I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't know you existed. My bad.
Thank you.
Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says, bridesmaid hits her head on the table. All right, hold on. I'll check that out after we do the Joe Biden thing. Let me just open that up. All right. Oh, I think I've seen this before.
Oh, no.
This is a funny one.
That's going to be good.
All right, so President Biden's White House press secretary explains that Commander, the recidivist dog biter, this is in a super stressful place at the White House. Well, then give him away.
Don't have dogs at the White House then.
Yeah. By the way, why is the White House stressful for a dog? Maybe we found out whose cocaine it was.
Hold on.
Commanders.
I think you can understand that if there's stress in a home, that does wear on the creatures. Like, let's say if we were to yell, even if we weren't yelling angrily, we were just yelling to each other throughout the house. Gordy he cowers, he shakes. That's stressful for him.
Yeah, but what's stressful about the White House? Like,
what if they're fighting and yelling?
I hear he is kind of a dick to people. Like he does yell at them.
That's not surprising, yeah.
And that sucks because he's old and senile and probably wrong about just about everything.
Right.
So then you got to listen to this old madman yell at you.
Poor Jill.
Yeah, or like his staff, like he's like, it's not what we're going to do. We're going to do this. It's like when I worked for Tri-County Broadcasting and Herb Hoppe was still in charge, rest his soul. He would always just like yell at people about stuff. And you just kind of had to wait. And like Gary would be within earshot. So you would just wait until Herb turned around. And you'd be like, yeah, the old man just comes in and yells sometimes. And, then Gary would come in and he goes, guys, disregard what he just said. It doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about it.
Gary's got it.
Yeah, so Herb basically would come in and fire everybody every day. Oh, God damn it. No, we're not running this radio station right. And we're going to do this and do that. And I don't need to see all these goddamn people standing around. I can just fire everybody if they don't have anything to do and blah, blah. And when you first hear it, when you start there, you're like, oh, my God, am I going to get fired? And then by the third or fourth time you hear it, you're like, God, would this guy just fucking wrap it up today? We got shit to do.
How many times were you fired? Would you
He
say?
liked us.
Whatever.
Herb did. Herb liked us. There were a couple things where we talked shit. We did a joke about a local high schooler, trashed a local high school, and he was an old school radio guy, and it's like, you don't do that stuff. Don't you say anything bad about Cold. It was something joke we made about Cold Spring. Don't you say anything bad about Cold Spring, or you'll be out of here if you don't do things the way I want you to do them. But then he liked the corny bits that Oz and I would do, shouting out, or Corey and I, when we would shout out the towns inside the coverage map area.
Shout out to Kirkhoven.
Yeah, shout out to Kirkhoven. He loved that shit. He thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Or Oz and I would take the town names and make a really shitty pun about a story we were doing. Herb loved that local shit.
That's good.
He didn't understand that we were being ironic and making fun of
but he liked
that shit, but he thought it was hilarious. And whenever Gary would come to me, he goes, oh, Herb called me. He goes, he never calls me about anything that's on the radio stations that and he likes it. And he doesn't typically talk kind of shows. He goes, but he called me and went on for minutes about how you guys did this thing about Kirkhoven or some shit. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. I'm like, got the old man.
So Gary was capable of giving you good news.
Yeah.
He's capable of saying something nice. That's
right,
good.
but when we didn't need him anymore and he wanted to keep getting involved, it just kind of annoyed the shit out of me. You know?
No, I've had a few run-ins with him. I get it.
Yeah. So as far as I'm sorry, back to the Joe Biden thing. I'm just saying, if an old man who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about is yelling at you, it's really annoying and really frustrating because you're like, this old fuck doesn't know anything and he won't shut up. He's he has the power of his confidence, but nothing else.
Yeah.
And that's really obnoxious. So let's watch Corinne Jean-Pierre try to, again, turn chicken shit into chicken salad on this killer Cujo dog that they've got apparently living at the White House. She was asked about Commander, Joe's German Shepherd, who has been allowed to call the White House his home despite biting 7 people in a 4-month period.
So wait, they didn't put him down then?
No, there was a different one.
Really?
That they... a different dog that they put down.
I always thought it was Commander.
I can't remember what the other one was, but I'm almost positive somebody in the chat will let us know. They've put down another dog.
They keep getting German Shepherds. Why? It's another one of those dogs that's a little up there on the aggression list.
Right. And you got an 80-year-old master. Again, start him off with a teacup poodle. Major was the other one.
Okay.
Major was the one they had murdered.
Good job.
No,
they had murdered.
No, I'm copying, who was it? Triple N gave me the answer to that one. Thank you, buddy. Let's watch Corinne Jean-Pierre have to answer this. Although I'm sure she's happy to answer questions like this. She's like, I don't have to talk about Ukraine, Hunter Biden, aliens.
None of that crap, right?
Corruption, bribery.
Burisma.
Burisma, 81 million votes. Was that horse shit? I don't have to do any of that stuff.
The dog. It seems that Commander Biden has a bit of a biting problem. Can you give us the latest and also any plans for him to perhaps make a move, go stay with some family and friends as Major Biden?
Be shot in the back of the head by a Secret Service agent while he looks at the flowers. You know.
The pretty girl can't say that, but you can.
Right. Excuse me, Corinne. You gonna blow this dog's fucking head off for biting people or what? That's a little forward. Yeah, I know.
Forward.
He's a German Shepherd. He's biting people every other week. I'm sorry, but if he were just in a suburban neighborhood, somebody would have caved his fucking head in with a baseball bat by now.
7 people in 4 months.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Like I said, that's every other week, basically. Yeah. He's biting people.
So
As you all know, the White House complex can be unique and very stressful. And that is something I'm sure
As you know, Kamala Harris has bit 19 people since she's been here at the White House. It happens all the time. She just walks by. She gets stressed out. People ask her questions like white or wheat bread, and she just goes, ah, 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 ah. So, Commander, what I'm trying to say is that Kamala Harris has the IQ and the mental makeup of a German Shepherd puppy.
Gnashing her teeth.
Yes. Foaming at the mouth and the vagina. Which one has rabies?
Understand, and it is, as I just said, it is unique and it is stressful.
Holy shit! Look, go back. Look at how much she's blinking. How is this the most stressful question she handled that day? She doesn't blink and twitch this much when she has a question about Ukraine or Burisma, this soulless woman. But they ask her about the biting dog, and she's all of a sudden she turns into what's his name? Who's the really blinky guy?
Where you can hear it blinking.
Ethan Klein.
Oh. I wouldn't have picked up on that. I'm actually looking at her and thinking how much she must get paid based on what she's wearing for talking all this shit.
White House complex can be unique and very stressful. And that is something I'm sure you all can understand. And it is, as I just said, it is unique and it is.
It looks like gills.
That's a stress thing, yeah.
Right. It looks like she's breathing out of gills.
Well, she can't stop, honestly.
They were gills, not eyes. What? Gills. He was out of breath.
Stressful for all of us, so you can imagine what it's like for a family pet and family pets more broadly. And so, look, the first family is working through ways to make this situation better for everyone. I think there was a statement.
A muzzle, perhaps? Are you going to give us any ideas so that the Secret Service isn't walking around having to sit on pillow seats?
I'm kind of coming back around to your point, though. Even if it was a stressful house with yelling or something, you'd think like presidential dogs would be treated with like the utmost like luxury.
The best trainers.
Yeah, and I don't think this should be happening.
That came out of the First Lady's office from my colleague over there, Elizabeth Alexander. So
if this was Donald Trump, though, they'd be like counting the amount of black people he's bitten and the amount of white people he's bitten and gay people he's bitten.
It's a racist dog.
It's a racist, homophobic, transphobic dog. And is the dog only this way? Does Trump beat the dog? Is the dog only this way because of Trump's rhetoric? Does he listen to his master's speeches and then just go and start biting Muslims? I love how Donald Trump was like, they were like, oh, Donald Trump is this terrible guy towards Muslims. I'm like, he's the only president we've had in years that didn't start bombing a new one.
Right.
You know, he kept the bombing of Muslims at shoe level. You know, he kept it to where he, came in. Whereas the other presidents were like, oh, we got to find some more muzzies to bomb.
Jesus Christ.
And Donald Trump's like, yeah, right. We're done bombing the Browns for a while.
Just kind of lay out a little bit of what she put out in her statement. So they have been partnering with the Secret Service and executive resident staff on additional leashing protocols and training, as well as establishing designated areas for Commander to run and exercise. According to the Secret Service, each incident referenced was treated similarly to comparable workplace injuries with relevant notifications of reporting procedures.
God, this is a long way to go to just say we're not killing the murder dog. That's just biting people.
Just say you're going to keep them around.
Yeah.
Procedures followed, and so the president and the first lady are obviously and continue to be incredibly grateful to the Secret Service and executive resident staff for all they do to keep them and their family and the country safe. I don't have anything specifics on any changes.
You know what? Start with that next time. God.
Yeah, that's fine, because then we can tune out for the rest.
Right. You know what she's doing? She's trying to kill time on this question so she doesn't have to spend a lot of time on the other questions.
Never go back to the other things.
She doesn't have to go back to any of the other stuff. She can just go, well, here's what we're doing. He does this, he does that, and blah, blah. It's like, oh, God.
What kind of dog would Trump have?
I've got a Alaskan Malamute.
Alaskan Malamute?
Yeah. Coctive says, oh, my God, focus on the shit show your party created, please. Well, I mean, the media that's very critical and, looking at the rest of us and, the media that was looking to inform us of what's going on in this country, they ask the real hard-hitting questions of our leaders like, hey, how's your dog?
Right. How's your dog doing? I hear he's a little bitey.
Oh, shoot the fucking dog. There. Problem solved. Now go back to the economy. Here, shoot the dog, divorce Ukraine, give all the money back, and fuck it. Now fix the economy. Go, 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 go. Let's Let's get moving here.
Loaded Wrench says Pitbull Lion mix would be Trump's dog.
Oh, yeah, Pitbull Lion mix. That would be great.
Just
A
a
Bull
lion.
Mastiff, a Caucasian Shepherd.
Oh.
Those are big,
A
scary
Great
fucking
Dane.
dogs. No, those are too gentle. You know those big Caucasian Shepherds? Those are the Russian prison dogs.
How about a Presa Canario?
Or, a Presa Canario. Yeah, look at that big animal.
Oh.
That will eat your head. Look at that guy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
What did we see in a convertible in the Shields parking lot the other day? That big fluff ball. Was that a chow?
I don't know what that was, but it wasn't this big fucking thing. They look so nice, but they're like monster. They call them wolf killers.
Who's a boy?
Because they've been known to actually chase off and kill wolves.
But that thing is giant.
It's a remarkably big dog.
It's crazy to me, like, how Great Danes are so big and they're not, like, violent at all. You know what I mean? They're, like, really good family
They're
dogs.
just really, you could beat the shit out of a Great Dane.
Right, and it would go coward.
It would apologize to you. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I take up too much space.
Sorry for whatever I did. I apologize.
You took too big of a poop in the yard.
Yeah. Cooter Soup Instructions says Irish wolfhounds kill wolves in one bite. All right, I'm looking. Irish wolfhound.
Ew.
Oh, that's an ugly.
I am staying
that
the
is
hell away from that.
That is a remarkably Irish dog, though. It is unkempt and
Look at
ugly.
that picture with the man. It's huge.
That is a big goddamn dog.
Are they nice until provoked?
Until they drink whiskey. That does.
It looks lifeless, like somebody took his
I
soul.
know. Until it's ready to eat you. You just see it. It's like, I'm an unassuming animal. And then all of a sudden you see the light go off in their eyes. And
It's
they
just mangy.
you just see it start mauling you to death.
So that's like a purebred something, huh?
Irish
That thing
wolfhound.
That is a mangy looking dog.
You know you're a badass breed when you're just named after the thing you kill. He's a wolfhound. It's like, oh, so he rips the throat out of wolves. Okay, don't fuck with him. Message received. Thank you.
I prefer coonhounds.
What do they hunt?
I don't know. I heard they're good at treeing things.
Just checking. Just checking. Swirly says, yeah, the Irish wolfhounds are really nice until they drink whiskey. Then they start beating their wives.
That's not nice.
Look up Cane Corso. All right, you guys want to do a dog
Cane
bit?
Corsos are sweet.
Cane Corso.
People love dogs.
I believe that's college football analyst Lee Corso's son, but I could be wrong.
These are really pretty dogs, too. Like, they're terrifying, but they're, like, a really pretty coat.
Yeah, if I see one of those, I'm running away and it's eating me out of...
Did you see the satchel on that thing? Holy
big
shit.
Look at the dick on that thing.
Oh, my God. It's bigger than that kid. Are you kidding me?
If that dog
dick.
doesn't rip your throat out, he'll give you a concussion with that dick.
All he has to do is swang it by your face. Yeah. Oh, my God. That is a beautiful creature, though.
It is.
I was watching the Kennel Club, the show, the American Kennel Club show the other day, and had one of those on it. Very cool dog.
Presa Canarios look great too, but they're fucking terrifying.
Ooh. Very similar to that other dog.
They're also like just thick.
That-
Oh my God.
Woof.
You see that, okay, imagine this. It's about sunset, and you see that walking towards you in an open field in the snow.
Isn't that the...
I take the gun, I put it in my own mouth.
Right, not that.
And I just go...
Right. The only way you can make sure is if you off yourself and not the dog.
Right. If I have like a katana, I maybe have a chance, you know? As he comes to bite me, I just hold it up like this, and I was like...
You actually sick your pet lion on it.
Yeah.
That's the only chance you have.
No, you sick your pet crip on something like that, and you're like, here, you go and fight him. Hold your gun sideways, get after it, and then I'll get the fuck out of Dodge while he eats your essence.
Isn't the Presa Canario, isn't that the dog in Game of Thrones that ate
Ramsay Snow?
Ramsay
Bolton.
To death?
I'm sorry. I thought it was a couple of dogs.
Yeah, but I thought they were Presa Canarios.
Oh, there was one first, yeah. What dog ate Ramsay Bolton? We will see.
See, look at that thing's face.
It was a Cane Corso.
Oh, Cane Corso, okay.
Yeah. AKA the Italian Mastiff. Oh, mamma mia, I'm going to rip your face off.
It's a disgusting scene. I really, it's hard to watch dogs eat people.
I dated a girl with a Mastiff, says D. Gulag. He was a big dumb suck. That knocked everything over.
They're chunky. They got them big tails, and
It's those big bodies that you look at. Like once that thing decides to really throw its weight after you and eat you, you're like, what do I grab onto to get it out of here? And there's really only one place to go. Thumb in the asshole.
that has always been your go-to. Like if you're going through like a pit bull attack and nothing stops it.
Yeah.
He's latched onto your arm up here. You just
take whatever you got that's sharp and sodomize it. Just that's how. Yeah. Bam. And then if that doesn't work, last ditch effort, shove your shitty thumb in his mouth.
Well, dogs like that though.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
They eat their own poo.
I mean, I got to Google that. Can you shove something up a dog's butt? Will
you're on some kind of list
sticking
somewhere.
a finger up a dog's D-O-double-G dog's
dogs.
butt stop it from attacking? Google sends back a thing that goes, here's a bunch of psychiatrists. You fucking weirdo.
You found one of the questions that
just given basic anatomy and physics, it's virtually impossible for you to prevent or avoid a dog attack against you by invading a dog's anus.
Right there, yeah.
According to the National Dog Breeders Council, sticking your finger up a dog's ass is simply a myth. Okay, who started it?
Yeah, who tried it?
The
Have we
Irish.
done the testing to figure it out?
Separating an aggressive... It was probably a Muslim lying to Christians to trick them during the Crusades. Separating an aggressive dog from a fight is harder than this. In an angry and excited state, such a petty discomfort may not deter a dog in any way. Plus, it is likely to harm you in the process. Oh, yeah, you might break a finger shoving a finger up a dog's ass. If
It actually practices like ass kegels.
he crushes your finger.
Crushes your finger.
Tatooine 90 says, your FBI agent is hella concerned.
I like that. He probably is.
Jimbo, come over here. He's searching, shoving shit up a dog's ass.
Gordy actually just chewed a hole through the front door and he's out of here.
The FBI agent following us is crossing its fingers going, don't hit videos, don't hit videos, don't hit videos, don't hit videos.
You need a VPN.
Yes. I just get a private message. I don't know who it's from, and it just says, get the fuck off the computer. All right.
No, we're dogs for you.
Yes. Red Fox Matt says, look up the English Mastiff. Thank you for the $1.99. Appreciate that. You guys fucked up tonight's goal. Thank you very much. And you're about, I think, 15 ahead for tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much for that.
There's a big old boy.
English Mastiff.
Arf.
No dick on that one, though.
Look at his jowls.
What was the one with the good dick?
Not
the Cane Corso.
Presa Canario.
Presa Canario had a good dick on him.
I think it was a Cane Corso. It was black.
That's true. Oh, look at that sad fella.
Oh, yeah, he looks so sad until rumph.
Yeah.
And he's like mad at you.
Oh, that is a big dog.
I bet he's hung too.
He looks like he has an English accent, though. Like if that dog spoke, he would be like, hello there. Is there any way I could tell you about the Battle of Britain in World War II?
Makes you give him Earl Grey tea instead of water.
Hitler's Luftwaffe came across the channel, and the Spitfires and Hurricanes took down the Messerschmitts, and we won the day. And Winnie was there, and he was saying we would fight on the beaches. It was our magnificent, most fine hour. Let me tell you the story of how I went to Egypt, and an American man who looked slightly homosexual but was banging a very beautiful British woman got me in trouble, resurrected a mummy, and I had to drink blood. Then my plane sank into the quicksand. Sorry, he's Nigel from The Mummy. This dog. I'm sorry.
Anyone else have ferocious dogs? Somebody says Great Pyrenees.
Great Pyrenees.
Did I say it wrong?
You certainly did.
Why did I say it wrong?
Vagrant Stew Directions says, we talking about dog dick? It's so hard to find an accepting community for us on YouTube. Nice to meet you guys. Look, I could take a minute to explain why we're starting off on a misunderstanding, but fuck it. We're trying to get to 10,000. Just hit subscribe and enjoy the show.
Our little Gordy is hung like a King Corso.
Really is. I mean, perspective-wise, for sure. Yeah, BBC, Big Black Corso. There you go.
Oh, man.
A Tibetan Mastiff. Yeah, those are big dogs.
Oh, Tibetan anything, really.
Well, except dicks.
Really? Oh, yeah, it's cold, I guess.
Also in China.
Is that what we saw in the convertible the other day?
No, this dog is way too big.
Could have been a puppy.
Hey, look, it's spinster Taylor Swift when she's 50 and alone. Nice bangs, stupid. That is a big, puffy dog.
If that thing sheds, oh my God.
Look at that thing.
How does it see anything?
Oh, man, if that thing starts eating you, you're just yanking at that hair as hard as you fucking can, just pulling handfuls
Probably
out
piss
at a
it
time.
off.
Yeah.
Dude, I might mistake that for a lion until it got right up to
Oh
me.
my God.
No,
that can't be real.
Aaron is a mark.
It is quite surprising that the two species are not related to each other, because the external and physical aggressiveness. Tibetan Mastiffs are strong-willed, determined,
So they don't. Okay, that was. I really am a mark, aren't I?
With a bite force
They
of
never came
500
face to face.
God,
large
lions are
animals.
freaky.
Look at that.
These
If that
big-
barks at me once, I shit my pants, get in my car, and turn back around.
You've got shit down your pants.
Hey, I was wondering how I get back to the high. Woo, woo. I'll fuck off. See you later.
I'm really sorry.
Figure it out on my own.
You know what?
Honestly, rather run into a hillbilly cousin R-word gang than be attacked by your dog.
What?
Thanks.
Cats can take down elephants, buffaloes, and even giraffes.
Oh, Royce Lopez.
That seems mean.
Fighting an elephant
I actually don't
is
like
really
that.
tiring and even impossible for humans.
Give me a pair of boxing gloves and some headgear. I'll go a couple rounds.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but as a lion ever fought against a Philly shell, you know, what's he going to do with that shoulder roll?
God.
He goes to bite the head, you roll the shoulder, you come back with the right. You got to know what to do. A lion doesn't know that you go left hook to the body, right hand upstairs. He doesn't know that shit. But he doesn't know how to eat your head. If the lion gets too close, you just cinch up and clinch. That's all you do.
So look at the pop-up that just came up.
More tiring than
Monkey
even
attack.
the most grueling wrestling training. Imagine trying to knock down an elephant.
Oh, shit.
So that's obviously
Lions
a wolf.
are much.
That is scary.
Those Tibetan Mastiffs are they're
So,
a
are
far
they-
more agile animal than I thought.
So are they like nice until they're not, you know? Like, do they attack on command and they're nice otherwise?
I don't
or what
know.
is it?
Tatooine says, waiting for the narrator of the video to say, oui, oui, baguette. Racism is funny. Yo P says, don't let Aaron browse drunk. He gets accidental malware.
Right, our whole computer gets a virus now and our show goes down.
Vagrant Stew Directions says, I'm going to send you all a picture of my last dog, 144 generations, Alabama Pride, purebred red-nosed American Pit Bull Terrier. Name was Redneck. Yes, and you had children bones buried all about your backyard.
Right, that's what you use to feed it.
Yeah. Elementary Son of Man says, you're on the American Kennel Club Beware list now. Oh, no.
They won't let you into their like dog shows for fear you're going to put something up their butts.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's the great sodomizer.
I'm just taking their temperatures.
Elementary Son of Man also on Rumble says Trump should go Tony Montana and just get a tiger. April, what kind of tiger?
A lady tiger.
Maybe like a lady tiger, you know?
Want to watch that tonight?
No. Everybody hit like. We're going to get up to 100 tonight again over on YouTube. If you're on Rumble, hit the thumbs up as well. We appreciate that. Everybody hit the thumbs up. Let's get that over 100 before we head out of here tonight. Oh, my God, we're already 11 minutes into overtime. Goodness.
I hate to like cheer that on, but my throat really does hurt.
Oh, yeah?
I need to rest it. It hurts bad.
I've got a solution for you. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you. You know what? Maybe
Don't
more.
tease me like that.
Maybe more show and tell. I was going to do this next story with Johnny on Tuesday, but we just kind of ran out of time. I figure somebody like Johnny would get really pissed off by something like this because,
Really?
Johnny's been, he's been treated for MS, both medically and psychologically and all that. And there's a lot of different, programs and foundations and disability and stuff that can help with that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of a story about how doctors take advantage of the not the kindness, but like the government's lack of oversight on these taxpayer-funded programs. And just whenever they find out you're a government patient, they just start running up the fucking check. Because they know you're not paying it.
Yeah.
And they know that the government doesn't keep track of this shit like a business would. So they just keep running up the tab, do all the tests they can, turn that shit into in the government, get your money back. Well, one doctor in Arkansas, a psychiatrist, is being accused of holding multiple patients against their will as part of an insurance scam, according to a lawsuit by 26 former patients. Now,
oh boy,
these are the most unfortunate people to have for like the people suing because they're crazy people.
Right. They're seeing a psychiatrist in
Right.
Arkansas.
They end up going to court and the jury sees them and they're like, no, I totally understand why the guy wanted to lock them all up and keep them for observation. Like
they look problematic.
They're a little off. Dr. Brian Hyatt, 50 years old, is under investigation by state and federal authorities after he was accused of falsely imprisoning potentially hundreds of patients to commit Medicaid fraud.
Oh my God.
Again, the government doesn't check on this shit whatsoever. So, I mean, you can blame this doctor all you want, but the fact is he found a mark and he took him down and he made some money off him.
100%.
That's it.
Yep. He
The
played it right.
Yeah, this is the government's fault, not the doctor's fault. He couldn't do this if this was an insurance company because an insurance company would go, yeah, no, we looked at this patient. We're not fucking covering that. There's nothing in your treatment of this guy that says he needs that.
No. But you're right. Just run up the tab
Yep.
if you can.
Some allege that the psychiatrist held them against their will for weeks. One of those former patients, 52-year-old Shannon Williams, described her experience under Hyatt's care as a nightmare after being held for 5 days despite her requests to leave the facility. I got to get out of here. 7 years. I don't like this place.
I've decided I'm fine.
Don't you want to watch the game, Chief? I was terrified, Williams told NBC News. It was as if I was in a prison. The prison of your mind. It was like a nightmare. If I cried, then I was again threatened with more time, she added. Aaron Cash, an attorney who represented one of Hyatt's former patients, told the outlet, I think that they were running a scheme to hold people as long as possible, bill their insurance as long as possible before kicking them out the door and filling the bed with someone else. I mean, look, you can criticize this guy all you want. Yeah, he's an unscrupulous shitbag, but at the same time, the system is there. Like the system is in place that allows him to do that.
Yeah, so what can you really do?
Right. All insurance-funded doctor run up unnecessary tests and treatments, so all of them. The medical industry is also fucked right now. Yeah, I mean, they run so many. Yeah, that's true. If you have good insurance, they'll do a lot of tests on you too and just go, oh, this person's a cash machine.
Something just happened to me like earlier this year. Remember, like they insisted like, oh, we found something, so you really should have this test done to make sure that it's nothing. Right. And didn't tell me that none of it would be covered, any of that.
Well, yeah, because if you have insurance, like women's tests are covered. Pretty much 100%, aren't they?
Imaging is not. Oh, that's what we found out after
No.
the fact.
I mean, but if you have a female procedure that they see as like scheduled and necessary, that insurance usually covers.
What sort of procedure?
Like ultrasounds and stuff like that.
No, I'm telling you that is imaging. It is not covered. It's considered voluntary.
No. It's considered voluntary. But mandatory imaging, they do cover. Absolutely.
I've been through it.
Yours didn't get covered because of the word voluntary, but they pitched it to you as this is a necessary thing. We have to do this.
My insurance lady told me that every single imaging ever is considered voluntary.
That doesn't make sense because I've had imaging done.
That's what they said.
And it's been covered. That doesn't sound right.
It can be partially covered.
Yeah.
But they won't cover it.
Zen Rhino says you get abused like that when the NIH would rather fund gain-of-function research in China, and the CDC worries more about gun violence and high rent costs than actual medicine. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head on that one, buddy. Cash explained that despite a court order, Hyatt's hospital refused to release a patient named Carla Adrian Caceres in January of last year. Cash was only able to get his client released after he obtained a second court order that was enforced by the sheriff's office. So they literally had to send cops to this motherfucker's office to get him to let people out because he was just keeping them in the bed, not helping them, not treating them, just running up a tab for him.
That sounds like kidnapping.
Oh, I mean,
you can almost get kind of funky and start doing that.
That's crossing all kinds of lines. According to an Arkansas Attorney General's search warrant affidavit, 99.95% of Medicaid claims made by Hyatt came in at the most expensive code. So yeah, he just ran up the tab.
Great.
Almost every single one of them was, the treatment I did? Yeah, the expensive one. What's that called? The expensive one.
The balls on that guy, though, to do it to that many people and that egregiously.
Yeah. Now, notice that they're saying the Medicaid claims that he made. They never said the treatments that he actually did. He just held them there and billed those treatments.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Hyatt is a clear outlier. Bullshit! That's what they say so that the rest of us don't vote all these people out and go, get rid of fucking Medicaid. Give these people their tax money back. Stop taking away money for Social Security and payroll tax. Give businesses their 10% back. Give individuals their 10% back. And let them have a little extra money in their pocket to buy some of this shit. But nope. Got to keep going. Oh, yeah, the guy who abuses it really bad and costs taxpayers shitloads of money.
He's the only one.
He's an outlier.
Yeah.
And then a week later, when you find another guy who does the same thing, oh, yeah, clear outlier. It's like, how many outliers do there need to be before they kind of factor into the mean, you know?
It would have to be all of them, Aaron.
I guess so. Dr. Hyatt is a clear outlier, and his claims are so high that they skew the averages on certain codes for the entire Medicaid program in Arkansas. In other words, this guy fucks up so bad and nobody checks on him that it costs everyone else more money for all their other procedures.
How are there no checks for this?
It's because it's run by the government. According to the claims submitted by Dr. Hyatt and the non-physician providers working under his supervision, no patient being treated in the behavioral unit located at Northwest Medical Center ever got better, at least not before the day of the patient's release. So they never improved until he was about to kick them out, and then all of a sudden they were all better and they could go.
I had a funky thought for a second. What if they all stayed there voluntarily and said that they didn't, so they got him a bunch of money and he like split it with them?
I gotta say, he doesn't seem like the type, maybe, but he doesn't seem like the guy who would split the money with the crazy people.
How do you keep people against their will that way? Like, how can't they just leave?
Right? Yeah, that's
what I mean.
Interesting question.
That almost seems like maybe they were in on it and just getting a little bit.
Oh, additionally, after reviewing the hospital's surveillance footage over a 45-day period, investigators discovered that Hyatt interacted with patients 17 times in 45 days for a total of less than 10 minutes.
That is so frustrating.
He literally poked his head in the door and go, how are we doing today? Oh, I'm feeling pretty bad. Okay, bye. And that was it.
You would go crazy.
In 45 days. That's all he did.
You'd go crazy, right?
Well, yeah, then he could keep you there longer. Dr. Hyatt never had a single conversation with the vast majority of the patients under his care. I mean, this is super brazen. I mean, I've seen fraud before where they like go through the motions and like do the bare minimum. This guy did less than that.
Right. He just needed the money.
Just about a piece of shit. In a letter, Hyatt insisted that he was not resigning because of any wrongdoing, but to allow the board to continue its important work without delay or distraction. Sure, buddy.
Thanks.
Sure. Or you're getting the fuck out of Dodge before you can go to jail. Northwest Medical Center failed to provide sufficient documentation to justify the hospitalization of 246 patients.
Oh my God.
And agreed to a $1.1 million settlement with the Attorney General of Arkansas. However, the hospital denied any wrongdoing. Yeah, we're just shitty bill keepers. We just, our paperwork's we're a little scatterbrained.
That's just it.
Yeah, that's all it is. We didn't do anything wrong necessarily. We're just a little out there.
That's ballsy.
SH says it's been done to minors forever. They convinced parents they need inpatient and keep them there until the insurance maxes out and they release them. It's fucking evil.
But that is like a weird form of kidnapping, is it not?
Yes. Cooter Soup Instruction says, believe it or not, Arkansas government has ran pretty well. Always in the black, and we're slowly getting rid of state income tax, and we have constitutional carry. I mean, and apparently you lock your crazies up for too long. That's what we're finding out.
Wow, is that really a bad thing?
Better safe than sorry, right? Hooters girl says psychiatrists can keep people against their will if determined to be a danger to themselves or others, so probably came up with stories to keep them.
Wow,
really,
that's really all it takes.
But really Looney Tunes way to do it. Like he'd hit them on the head with a frying pan and then tell everyone they did it to themselves. Like they were Daffy Duck. Like, oh, I told him to take a hammer and he just went, cuckoo! Hit himself. We got to keep him here. He's crazy.
It's going to hurt someone.
Yeah, we can't keep this guy in business. We can't keep him out there on his own. He's just sitting around here whacking himself in the head with a hammer. But you did that to me. See, he's clearly crazy.
Delusional.
Yeah. Zen Rhino says, I had a monthly mental health appointment for years and only saw the psychiatrist once at the beginning. After that, it was a CRNP doing medication, doing management only.
That's not okay.
Working hard.
Like, I've been to a therapist before, not a psychiatrist. I didn't need medicine, but like a therapist. And if she never showed up after the first session and just had somebody come do maintenance with me, I'd be upset. I'd stop going.
Everybody on YouTube, hit thumbs up right now. We're at 99, which is right there next to 100. Thank you guys very, very much. In the 300s all night for the Wednesday evening show. We appreciate that. Thank you guys for your unbelievable support. Since we started doing Rumble and YouTube together, yes, you guys were right. The total number of people watching at once and throughout the day is higher. And Rumble is expanding and growing, which is nice. Everybody hit like, hit subscribe. All right, we got time for one more tonight.
Okay.
I did like this one. Starving 8-year-old girl jumped out of a second-story window and walked barefoot to a nearby store to ask for food because her parents weren't feeding her and she had been starving. Now, anytime your kids won't get up and go to the fridge to get their own snacks, I want you to tell them the story about this young girl and go, you have no fucking excuse. This girl jumped out of a window and walked barefoot to a store for a bag of chips. You can walk to the cupboard to get some fruit snacks.
Isn't that funny? The kids will be sitting like maybe 10 feet away from the pantry.
Yeah.
Can't even go get their own fruit snacks.
Right. They'll be like, Dad, can you give me some gummies? And I'll be like, Bud, they're in
right
the
there.
kitchen. They're right there. Oh, okay. Thanks, Bud. Thank you guys for the 100 likes over on YouTube. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So this girl, a disturbing story out of West Virginia, indicates that an 8-year-old girl had become so hungry she jumped out of a second-story window and walked barefoot across a busy road late at night to find food at a nearby store.
Aww.
Now, the only good thing about this story is for the girl,
she escaped.
Well, yeah, and you're totally getting free food out of this.
Yeah.
Like someone sees you all emaciated and dirty and is like, I just need some food.
This is sickening to me. I don't know why you got to end on a bummer like this.
Well, it's there's jokes. There's definitely jokes there. She's not dead, right?
That's true.
Hardworking. I like it. These kids are learning how to, get off on their own and go get food. I like that.
Parents don't deserve kids.
No, maybe the parents go to the cops and like, oh, thank you for finding her. But hey, you passed the test, honey. You went and got your own food. Officers, we need to teach these kids a little ambition and initiative these days. And like, they can talk to cops and I'm like, well, I guess, yeah. I mean, kids can be pretty goddamn lazy, I suppose. All right, honey, you go with your parents. No, I don't want to. It's terrible. She's just kidding. She's a card. She does this all the time. She gets bitchy when she's hungry.
Have a Snickers. You're not the same when you're hungry.
And then the cop leaves. She's like, give me that fucking Snickers back. You're not eating for another 2 days. Like, oh.
It's not going to help anyone's attitude.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to be cunty for a few more days. We're not going to hear you. You're going to be chained to a radiator in a soundproof room. It's totally fine. She walked to a Family Dollar. Well, that sucks because now all you got to eat was a microwave burrito, which I'm sure tastes like filet mignon after 2 days of not eating.
Yeah, what are those? The El Monterey burritos or whatever? Those things low-key fuck on occasion.
Yeah, you get the El Monterey burritos. And you throw those. Now you're a stickler. You won't microwave shit like that.
I will.
Oh, will you?
I prefer the oven.
Right.
But I have done, there's a sick part of me that likes the texture of the tortilla when it's coming out of the microwave.
Too.
It's
the
like
mushy,
a weird
wet diaper.
No, I don't like the wet diaper one. It's like a weird chewiness to it.
Yeah.
Not the wet diaper. It's
a little wet
chewy.
diaper.
I don't eat wet diapers.
Vagrant Stew Direction says the beef and cheese ones are the shit. Do you want to go get some after the show? And
will it help my
tomorrow
throat?
We'll just have burritos.
Will it
have
help my
microwave
throat?
shit burritos for dinner?
They make breakfast ones.
Zen Rhino says, I love those El Monterey burritos, especially the breakfast ones.
Yeah, the breakfast ones are good. You know what I do like? I like the taquitos that are like the crunchy chicken ones. Those things do fuck. I'm not supposed to be saying that word.
Well, I tell you what, you did not hear this from me. All I'll say is we got to get those burritos from El Monterey. Oh, how fast can I go? I got to catch that little red rodeo. Oh, look at the doggy. There's a little puppy on the arm of the couch just staring at us.
Creepily.
All right, I get it.
He's like, guys, it's over.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes yet, bud.
Mom doesn't feel good. Time to go.
It's okay. Diablo taquitos. Yeah, I like the taquitos. Those are good too.
Oh, they're so good. The crunchy ones are the best.
Very much. You got to put tortillas directly on the stove. It's the way. Oh, I suppose you could make those burritos on the stove. It's doable, right?
Why do you seem so overly impressed? We're cooking frozen burritos on the
There's only one way to find out if I still like El Monterey burritos.
Better go buy some.
And that's to eat some El Monterey burritos. So the child was wearing no shoes or socks and carrying a teddy bear. Oh, you know what? I'm starting to think that maybe this little girl was just angling for some free food. She might have pulled this shit before.
See, this is tugging at my heartstrings, and you're just thinking this is funny.
Yeah, I'm thinking this girl might be scheming a little bit.
No, a two-story window.
Hey, there's two sides to every story.
You're putting in some effort into that.
The girl told the two night shift clerks, who weren't even supposed to be there today, that she had barely eaten in the last 3 days. Yeah, but you know white women lie. They're like, I only had a bagel and a grapefruit. I'm literally going to pass out. Oh, it's a black kid?
Pretty sure it's a little black kid.
They don't know how to lie. The little girl, she came through the store, except unless there was okay, she may have not eaten for 3 days, but if a murder happened right in front of her in her neighborhood, she would still tell the cops she didn't see anything.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing. I'm hungry. My mom and dad don't want me no more. Do you have anything I can eat? Oh, that's where your impulse kicks in and you adopt a kid that you can't afford.
I would.
Right.
Dude, you're leaving me on this shit?
Oh, look at those losers too. Look at the bums that had that kid. She's you know what? Good for her for getting out of there, because that's onward and upward from there.
Anything is better.
Yeah, anything's better than living with these
than
two.
Somebody who's not feeding you. Oof. And that's a fact.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. We'll be feeding you another show tomorrow morning.
You want to eat a burrito for him?
Oh, an El Monterey burrito. Maybe that's breakfast tomorrow. Who knows? Gofa, that's very funny. And you know what? A little bit. Thank you guys very much. We will talk to you again tomorrow, 6 a.m. Central Time. It is the last multi-stream of the week, because you know what Friday is?
Rumble Friday.
All right, guys, we will talk to you again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Central. Join us here. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll talk to you soon.